Guten Tag. Willkommen. Konnichiwa. Hola. Ciao.
Bella.
I looked at a couple of these. Sentry sent me... I can't even pronounce the Russian one. Sentry sent me a bunch of these, like 30 different, like, how to say hello. And some of them are... Well, they're all in different languages, and some of them are a lot harder than others to pronounce. So, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight on LDR's The Candlekeep Accords, or LDR, TCA. We love letters here.
And colons.
Yeah, don't we?
Well, Timmy doesn't, I guess.
Yeah, no. Right below the colon for that guy.
Yeah.
So, every first and third Thursday of the month, we meet here. Some of us in person, some of us online. Thank you for watching online. And this is the first Thursday of August.
Augustus.
Yes. And we have quite a bit to cover. Things went a little awry last episode, and it actually was no fault of the parties whatsoever. They did a bang-up job. They did everything that was asked of them. Kind of. People died. But that's what bad guys be doing, baby. They be sabotaging and subterfuging. I don't know if that's an actual
sounds
word.
Good.
And they just be throwing curveballs when you're sitting fastball, you know? You know? I know you know it, Lauren.
Yep, happens.
And that's largely what happened. So our party worked so hard to get Duncan Jr. So hard to reunite him with his father. Kalian, sing it. Reunited.
And it feels so good.
Except it didn't. It did not feel good.
No, not after
Not
we
for
left.
Duncan Sr., not for Duncan Jr., not for the poor individual who was tied to the Kraken's steering wheel of a ship. Is that what we're calling it? A steering wheel on a ship?
Wheel of a ship.
The wheel of the ship. They died. Cutting to the end there. They got murderized. It was not good. Poor guys. You did all that work to save Duncan Jr., and he did. You worked your way back from the brownstone to the docks where the Kraken's flagship, the Kraken, crashed into the docks, was askew, crooked even, and taking on water. And it looked like it went through hell. There were holes in the side of the ship, burn marks everywhere, dead people hanging from the masts by their neck. Just utter chaos everywhere. And the party decided, hey, now that we gave Duncan Jr. back to his dad, Duncan Sr., things are good. We should probably go jump onto that ship and see what the heck's wrong. As they worked their way down to the lowest level of the ship, they noticed that it was taking on water. They also saw that a weird dwarvish body was sitting in the corner. Aiel decided to pick that body up and set off a whole chain of events of animated dead and people fighting each other. But not before they saved our newest member, Kerosene. She is a fire genasi from parts unknown. She got out there, speaking like a valley girl, basically flips everywhere she goes. When she could walk, she flips, and she's damn good at it. She's swinging 2 scimitars around, cutting off heads. Rika decided to moonbeam a lot of people and just disappear them, because that's what you do with animated dead bodies. You make them disappear.
Poof.
Into dust. Into moon dust, if you will. As the party worked their way up the floors of the ship, as they were taking on... It was like the Titanic, really. It was taking on water in this dock. It didn't break in two. There was no scene where someone was chained to like a table and Rose had to take an axe and cut the chains in two. The water was not freezing, so it really wasn't like the Titanic at all, other than there was a ship and water, and one of the ships was sinking. Use your imagination. That's what we do here. They made their way up to the top, and they realized that there was a puppeteer. Someone wreathed in flame 100 feet away, on top of the dockmaster's quarters, animating the dead. dropping fireballs. This individual, pretty powerful.
And annoying.
And annoying. That's the point of bad guys. They're annoying, and powerful. And it makes it feel that much better when one day you best them. But alas, this was not that day. Darlin thought she was slick, tried to do more magic than is even physically possible in the game.
Prestidigitate. No, it doesn't happen.
She went to freeze him. This individual counterspelled. She counterspelled the counterspell by casting another spell. It doesn't work that way, but it didn't matter. Legendary actions abound, and this individual in a poof of flame apparated away. Actually, the flame came down from the sky. Kind of like, you know, from Thor 1 when he would land.
Yeah,
Or,
like the
yeah.
astral bridge.
Bifrost.
Bifrost.
That's kind of what I was imagining in my head, but it was flame. And the party is now on the docks. In the morning. Watching the Kraken's flagship slowly sink. It's about 3/4 sank right now. The front end, which is crashed into the dock, is still above water. The back end is underwater. There's a bunch of dead bodies on there. There's a bunch of dead bodies in the guard or the guard shack. I just lost the word.
Dockmasters?
Dockmaster's quarters. And right now, metaphorically speaking, they're holding matches and a gas can, and everything's on fire. And that's where we pick up tonight.
And also, Duncan Jr.'s body is strewn everywhere with the words "ha, ha, ha" written in blood on the wall.
It's true. Well, there was more there too, but you'll have to watch last episode to see what
This
was
is your
written.
last
But
warning.
poor Duncan Jr.
Rika is horrified, and
Yeah, you guys are at the Dockmaster's shack right now.
were we all there? Because Rika kind of jumped off the ship.
Then that's
and
where
ran.
you are. I would
I was
assume
there as well.
they're in tow. They're not letting you
Okay.
get too far away. Maybe you
Wasn't
got there first.
I'm on my way.
Making my way down. Okay.
Walking fast.
Rika will, with a look of horror on his face, turn back to the party and just kind of look back up to where this individual had just disappeared, disapparated from. Say, quickly, yeah, we need to get home. Quickly, out of here. As he'll encourage everyone to move back to their Dock Street residence.
And in the distance, you hear sirens, or just a guy on a cart going wee wee wee, making his way down because, like, hey, things are going poorly at the docks.
Magical sirens.
Is he spinning with
Flyman
like a
Fist knows
lantern
scenario
covering
is
it?
Coming.
Do you guys go?
We leave.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you make your way. It's not a far jaunt for you guys to get back to your house on 123 Dock Street.
Can Rika perceive if there's anyone who might have seen them, or just kind of look around and see who might be watching
in the vicinity?
as we go? Yeah.
Okay, give me perception.
26.
Yeah, you see some people. There's a little bit of a crowd starting to gather now. It's some of the early morning vendors are kind of walking over. They see smoke billowing in the distance from the docks. They heard some fireballs go off and explosions. You see a couple of people just kind of looking at the ship, watching you guys run up the side corridor towards your house.
In a direct line.
Do we still go straight home? Now that you rolled that. We
Did would they have seen us fighting the undead on the ship?
I don't know. You could ask them. You don't know how long they were there watching.
Guys, by any
Good sir, good
chance-
sir.
There's I would say probably a half a dozen people that have started to migrate over. Some of them with their push carts and whatnot.
What time is it right now?
It's like 8 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning.
Well, so it's like the lamplighter people and the...
It's
There
the
goes the
people that are
baker.
setting up for the market. They're getting there before the
Yeah.
market opens at 10. It's those types of people.
Does Rika, with that perception, does he think that anyone is eyeing them suspiciously or just, like, seeing them? I wouldn't say that we're running away.
Just like
Walking.
Yeah, we're just kind of like, we're just
Taking a song.
nonchalantly.
oh man, can you believe that?
Yeah, exactly.
What a travesty.
We're gonna have to go get the guards and let them know, type of a thing.
I don't think you think anyone's like, they did it.
Right.
They're not standing there like pointing at you, mouth agape.
Or is it just Assassin's Creed style? We murdered a million people in front of everyone. We can just
No.
walk away.
Jump in the
No
head.
one cares.
That's not what it is. It's more like people are kind of looking at the brevity of what's before them, going like, I know that ship. That's not good whatsoever. Did you see that fireball come from the sky? What the hell happened here?
So
Right.
they're more attention to that.
Right. So Rika just kind of marks that and we move on.
Straight back to your house.
Yeah, how's everybody? Yeah. Are you okay? Do you need healing? How do you feel? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Please heal me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
What part of your amazing body needs healing?
Any part you want, please. Thank you.
you hear Darling go, Rika.
Rika,
You're a man of the cloth.
his hands start to shake a little bit. He closes his eyes and bites his lip. Yeah. Solune is my mistress. And he'll just reach out and touch your foot and cast Cure Wounds upon you. And then he'll reach slightly up your ankle and cast Cure Wounds on you, and then hold his hand.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. So you get 18 points of healing
Wow.
for 2 separate spells.
Hey, Ricky, you got any more of that foot touchy?
Yeah, I guess so for you. Yeah, sure.
He goes over and like gives you like a punch on the arm.
He's like, bam. So he'll cast it once more, and you take 9 points of healing.
Oh wow. Jeez. What's the
And,
most you can roll on that?
13. 8 plus 5.
It's pretty good. Okay, you guys get to your familiar front porch. Your beautiful, quaint little house with the red door. 1, 2, 3 written on it.
This is it.
Well, you know, it's not the size of the house that... Yes, is it.
Okay.
Just the amount of rooms in the house.
So you go in.
Rika just kind of opens the door. He checks it out, makes sure that there's no one waiting to accost us within.
You see nothing.
Zeke zip and just
But
attack.
I was gonna say, you do hear like
Aston Martin.
those of
come
you that
out.
have dogs
right.
know
Twins.
when you come home and maybe the dog's upstairs and they hear the door open, they just
click-clack.
full bore run towards you. You guys hear the pitter-patter of 3 tiny feet from the back of the house. It sounds like they skitter at first, and it's a pa 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 pa. You see a big fat one roll into the wall. 2 skinnier ones kind of look at him and turn the corner, and they come running right for you guys.
Sentry's going to take a catcher's position in front
Yeah.
and just sit there.
Okay. And Zed, the hefty one, just goes full like cannonball at you for you to catch him. So I need you to roll strength. See if he moves you. He's going in for like a leaping hug.
16.
He goes in for a leaping hug, and you stick him right there. And he's like, and you pull him in.
There, buddy.
And you give
there
him
you
a
go. Give him a little kiss on the head.
Oh, that's nice.
Not really. It's just like a...
And the other 2 are there, like, winded a little bit. It's a long run when you have tiny feet, you know, tiny legs.
I'm not all tiny.
So we're glad you're back. We heard We heard some explosions at the docks, and we kind of figured where there's trouble, you guys are, and we're just happy you're back.
Yeah, we met a new friend. Yeah, her name is Cassine. Yeah, and we love her. Yeah, friendly. We're friendly. With
You said her name's Carson.
Cassine.
Oh, kerosene.
What
Cassie,
are
yeah.
these little guys?
Oh, well, hello, ma'am. Sticks out his hand,
Hi.
and he just shakes it aggressively.
Okay. Hi.
This is Zip.
Hi. Zip.
I'm Zeke, and this is Zed. We're house goblins. We live in a house.
Okay.
We do things.
Nice. Are you this Rika? Your friend?
Yeah, I mean, do you
Best
like,
friends.
do you like them?
I guess they're a little weird looking.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
shit, right? That's shit. I wouldn't
Wow,
know.
you're weird looking, tall lady.
Darian,
Yeah,
Darian,
oh, yes, she's fine.
Okay.
Interesting.
He's actually the father.
What
Rika
does
walks
he
to
mean?
the corner. Yeah, I mean, like in a spiritual sense. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'm like a father.
So you're like their daddy kind
like
of thing.
like spiritual. Yeah, I would never
Okay.
produced anything that looked like that. I'm just saying. It would,
Okay.
it would be so beautiful in my
I
children.
guess.
It would be so beautiful.
All right,
in
I'm done.
my
You
So,
can keep
so
talking.
is she staying with us or something, or are we
my-
getting her the hell
I
out
mean,
of
she's
here?
welcome to stay as long as she would like. Yeah, and we need to protect her and just make her acquainted with. Yeah, that.
she has no place to go right now.
Yes, yeah, but what he said. Yeah.
Where's Sebastian?
Oh, he's in the room of requirement.
I go to the room requirement.
Okay.
Sebastian's our little pet. Yeah,
Ooh, a pet?
yeah, it's
Okay.
like.
Yeah,
like
he's a displacer beast.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but if Rika says it's cool, it's
Are you not
probably
from
fine.
around here?
I'm not, no.
Where are you from?
Don't worry about it.
That's weird.
Shady.
Okay, and she's living with us?
Rika.
Are you here to kill me?
Rika does not insight check anything that she says.
I'm not
This
sure
is how we
about
all
you,
die.
Okay.
Not yet.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
It
Kerosene.
seems.
Where are you from?
You know, I don't get personal with people unless I know I'm gonna stay for a while, and I haven't really sussed you guys out yet, so.
Oh,
you'll,
that's fair.
you'll stay a long time. Yeah, you'll stay.
We'll see, we'll see.
Where are you planning to go?
You know, I really don't know how I got here in the first place.
By ship, I'd imagine.
Well, that would make the most sense, wouldn't it, right? Yeah.
Do you
So-
know? Do you know where you are?
I don't. They kind of like put me in that cage, you remember? Your friend was so kind to get me
Yeah,
out,
which
the girl.
I got you out. We got.
The girl got me out,
we-
but you were really
we-
helpful
yes,
too.
Yes,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
he
kinda-
bossed me around quite fervently.
Yes, he did.
I was just taking charge in the situation. No big deal.
We love a man who takes charge. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, so they put me in the.
It's like Zeke, get the water and wash the table again. You little goblin house.
They put
person.
me in the
I.
cage.
And he goes and does it.
Put me in the cage. Didn't say anything. Bunch of explosions happened, and then like the ship was sinking or whatever. So. And then he got me out, and I did my flippy flips, and that was fun for you guys to watch. You know.
Did
So-
you have any sense of time in the cage?
It was pretty dark down there. Then it was sinking, you know? I feel like that explained it pretty well. So,
Dark, sinking. So less than a day of travel?
I don't know. You know, it was dark. There's no sun on the bottom of
Would
the ship part.
Rika
you
know what type of
True.
race she is?
How many times did you
Roll
sleep?
history with advantage.
I didn't sleep, you know? You just stay awake the whole time.
Natural
Do you
20.
have exhaustion?
No, I
know
wasn't tired.
What she is and where she's from.
I know where she's from.
Generally. Like, not like, you're from this street corner.
Yeah, so
And your mom and dad.
listen, it's fire genasi are just delicate flowers of beauty. Yeah, and you
Fire
need,
genasi.
you
You
need to
should listen to him.
you need to treat them with respect. Yeah, because I've known some that can be very angry. Yeah, you know what I mean? Are you angry?
Not yet.
Good answer.
That's good enough for me. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Whatever Rika says, you know? Whatever he says.
And so, I mean, are you from the elemental plane of fire or city of brass or some other place like that? You know what I mean?
You know, again, I'm not really comfortable sharing yet. I kind of want to get to know you guys a little better.
Oh, but it's me.
Persuasion.
Come on, roll low. Yes.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a. Oh, I have a high persuasion.
Yeah,
14.
14. I want you to roll insight.
Me?
Yes, kerosene.
D20.
19.
Okay. You can see he's cutting a line there, like, but it's me, and you're like, well, who the hell are you? you can choose to give the information if you so choose, or not, because you saw through his pathetic line he just gave you.
Well, Darian, could Darian help by saying?
What are you gonna say?
By saying, we did rescue you from that cage. I know you don't want to stay around yet, but we did rescue you, and there's a lot of danger around. So knowing who we're befriending is a good thing for us as well.
You make some good points. I hear you.
Advantage on your roll now.
Okay.
Persuasion.
It was on a 19 and then flipped back to a 3. So I was higher
It's worse.
before.
Yeah.
But I think I'll wait.
Yeah, that's fair. We got your pace. Yeah, we
Thank
don't
you.
rush
I
anything ever.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
just all
Good try. I
completely
liked
your
it.
consent. Yeah.
Thank
Okay. So one thing you do notice is that, like, the back of her head, massive knot.
Of hair?
No. Like
Of.
she got. So when she's saying it was dark and then she woke up,
It was true.
maybe she was knocked out.
Got it. How's Not that I'm looking at you very closely or anything, but like, how's the back of your head?
I mean, it's a little hurt, but we'll get back up.
Would you like just a little more healing?
I would love a little more healing. Anything from you. Yep.
Okay, come here. Ricky's like, can you bend down? I'm short. Well, yeah.
Do you need a step stool or anything?
Or you could just lift me up to your height.
I pick him up.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just gently touching the back of your head. Just the back of your head. Yeah. Okay. And Rico will cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
This is great. I'm just gonna get you to use all of your spells.
Yeah.
That's
Monsters attack.
6,
Yeah.
13.
Can Darian be
15,
short resting while this is
23
happening?
points of healing.
Sure. Can I be long resting while this is happening?
I would give you guys an opportunity. So this is gonna be so we can get this out here. I'm anticipating what we're doing today to take place over like 2 to 3 days.
Oh, okay.
So we have a little bit of downtime here to try to piece some stuff together, make conversations, maybe buy some goods, track down a few more leads. So yes, like, unless you guys do something utterly stupid, you should not get attacked this morning.
So, does the knot on the back of her head subside through the 23 points of healing?
A lot. So what looks like it honestly maybe would have needed stitches, it shrinks half the size, and the skin starts to kind of congeal back together, and the knot is nowhere near as bad.
Yeah, the back of your head looks as beautiful as I imagined it was before. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Are you saying it looked ugly before?
No, I just said as beautiful as I...
Okay,
Did I say something wrong? I'm so sorry.
but it's fine.
Yeah. That was great.
So if you want, you can put me down slowly.
Boom.
Just drop.
I understand. I don't... What did I say? Rick immediately starts thinking through his words. Beautiful as I thought. That was a nice compliment.
Oh, honey, don't
I
overthink
feel like
it.
this
It's
is
okay.
how Golem started.
Some girls are just like that.
Overthinking.
I wouldn't know. I'm not one of them. Darlin says.
No, you're great, darling. You're amazing. Yeah. Yeah, you're exceptional. one might say.
Oh, keep telling me more.
I mean, you're... And Rika is just flabbergasted by the two women that he's caught between. And not that he has any ability to romantically pursue either of them.
But both of them like you.
But he's thinking to himself, why must I be sandwiched in this temptation of bosoms? So this is the inner monologue of Rika right now. He will eventually just kind of saunter his way to find Aiel in the room of requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Darian would, as Rick is leaving, he would say, well, darling, you might be able to help me. Rika found this gold crown with 12 gems and this gold scabbard in the room that Timmy showed him at Johan's estate. Do you think you could identify these items and see what they are for?
I could try. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
Darian would take them out of his inventory and give them to her.
And she would take them and she would go to the room of requirement to like set up in her room and start looking at it. Running the, I guess, identify ritual. Yeah. So she'll be doing that. Are you all going into the room of requirement? Okay. So when you guys get in there, you see a familiar visage sitting at what would equate to the kitchen table. Leaning on a chair, 1 foot on the table, eating a green apple, is Elijah. Just chomping away. Oh, you made it back. Where have you been?
Well,
Is he talking to Aiel because Aiel was in first, or did he wait for all of us to
Yeah,
enter?
we'll do that.
We've been, adventuring and saving people's lives and then getting weird messages and sad things. And then he goes over to Sebastian. He sits in the corner.
And you start petting him.
and weeping.
Yeah. That's exactly what he does.
That is very nondescript. See, where's Rika? And it's at this time
Then we come in.
you guys come in. Thank you. Rika,
Yeah. How's it going?
it's all right. I just came back from Greenest.
Greenest up north.
Yeah,
What's going up there?
we have a cell up there. I should say we had a cell up there.
Did the Thrashers get them too?
It's either them or the collectors.
They're everywhere. How did they find us? Are they moles?
I don't know. I've been talking with Zenthos a little bit when he comes to the mirror. I haven't cracked this one yet.
How's Zenthos?
He's been digging around in this other plane. He says he thinks he's found something interesting. He said you'll know it when you see it.
Right?
I don't know what that means.
Well, means we'll know it when we see it, yeah? You know what I mean? Elijah, this is Kerosene.
Hi.
She's our new friend, yeah?
Mm.
She's very strong and beautiful. And smart too, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
but
smart.
is she capable?
I'm very capable, thank you.
You should have seen her kill the undead that we just fought. It was pretty impressive, yeah? You know what I mean?
Undead?
He turns to Darian to kind of explain the situation.
Do tell.
Well, you know Johan. And
Yes.
we suspected him of being the Black Mask because of what Timmy showed Rika. But his ship, the Kraken, came back to port, and Kerosene was on it in a force cage, and there were many dead on the ship.
When did the ship come back?
Just today, just this morning.
Okay.
And as we were investigating, the dead raised, or were animated, and we later found out that there was a fiery mage controlling them, and he escaped in a pillar of fire. We were not close enough to identify him at all.
Do you know anything about someone a very powerful fire-wielding mage? Yeah, you know what I mean? That could animate the dead. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That feels like two different types of magic at the same time.
Well, there are some funky wizards out there, and he'll look over at Darlin, kind of like, not you.
Thank you. I think I would like to speak with Eugene on this. See if he knows anything.
Yeah, he'd be a good one to connect with. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad to see you're all safe. Capable kerosene. Welcome aboard. We are threshers, kind of. Not really. What are you calling yourself now?
We are several. Yeah, Sid several. Yeah, you mean?
All right, well, I'm going to talk to Eugene. Keep up the good work, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you two, anything you find out, please let us know. Yeah.
Okay.
Elijah used to. You were like the commander or something.
One of. I wasn't the Apex. Was the commander
of a thieves guild that was known as the Threshers, and then it was revealed that like there's some ancient cult in there killing people, and tried to kill several of them, including one of my very close friends, Sid, and she died in my arms. And so now we're killing all the bad guys. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's fair. I like that plan.
That's the spirit, right?
Capable. Yeah.
Capable.
Yeah.
Good.
Darian would take out Apex's journal at the mention of Apex and say, Utre, I found this a while back, and it belonged to Apex. Maybe you could find some use for it, or from some knowledge in it.
Where did you find this?
This was at the old meeting point that we were supposed to rally to.
In this city?
Yes.
In Tumbledown?
That's right.
I can have it? I have nothing of Apex's. Nothing to remember him by.
It's yours.
Thank you. And you see him start to leaf through it. And he just looks at some stuff. He always had a sense of humor in his writing. Okay. I'm going to talk to Eugene. Thank you for this gift, Darian.
You're welcome.
Thank you. He puts his apple core on the table. Maybe one of the house goblins will get that for us, And he leaves the room of requirement.
Rico will notice IL in the corner and just go over to him. Hey, are you okay?
No. No. He holds Sebastian a little tighter. Just petting him.
Are you... do you need another hug? Yeah.
No, I just want to be left alone right now.
Alright, well, if you want to talk, I'm here for you. And, good job today. You saved Cassine with your bravery.
That's the face that Kerosene makes.
No tiger saved me.
Oh, or did you follow behind us?
Yes.
I mean, she's pretty amazing, and she didn't need your help at all, but you're still a pretty good job, yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay. He picks up Sebastian and he goes up to one of the rooms just to be by himself and maybe sleep.
You go
Just
to the room where You had your hair twisted off. What, like 3 strands you have.
Oh.
And you go in there, and as he like gets up and walks away, you see that there's a kind of a rolled up, curled up note that is sitting. It's laying in the place of where he was sitting.
Rika will go over and pick up the note. He won't look at it. Say, you dropped this, yeah? You mean?
Oh. Thank you. Takes it.
And Rika will hold on to it for a moment and just look at him and kind of stare up at him. Emotions are sometimes very hard, yeah. But eventually it's important that, yeah, you talk about them, right? Yeah, you mean?
He totally understood. Yeah. So he goes into his room and closes the door, and if you listen closely, you swear you hear a little bit of some crying.
Yeah.
And that's
Thank
it.
you for the advantages. Cackles.
Where are my advantages? Do I get the glob off of the ones you have from
Don't
Tuesday?
you have like
Nope.
60 of them?
No, that's I do.
Oh, you have? Yeah, whatever.
What?
No, I can't use those.
Nope, no. Those
Well, I
are-
use 68 advantages right now.
Simultaneously.
Anything you guys want to do while you're down in the room of requirement? Any more talking?
Essentially, your body strong and good. Yeah, you have been running through a lot of wars lately.
Oh, I feel great.
I'm curious.
Modern day carpenter. Bob the Builder. I'm Wreck-It Ralph.
What?
Whoever those are. Whoever those people.
From where have you drawn your inspiration? Yeah, to just like run through things. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I just kind of do it and go, oh yeah, and just go.
It's impressive. Yeah.
It was just natural instinct. I kind of just saw a wall and I was like, you know, that door's too far away, and this is closer wall right here, and structurally it makes more sense to have a door right here. So I was like, oh, French doors, let's do this. And
Really opens up the room.
It's because we decided to punch the holes in the boat to escape the very first episode.
No, that was a door. We punched a door.
Exactly.
That
Straight
was his
down.
inspiration.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I reserve those for Tuesday. Doesn't work that way? Got it.
So Rika will just make sure everyone is healthy and okay. But otherwise, he'll take some time to kind of meditate and pray.
Okay. And as you start meditating and praying, you guys hear some weird sounds start to occur from the back wall of your room of requirement. You hear a and it looks like this golden outline of a door.
Is it in the space that I recognized before?
It is. And it's about the same size as when you did the... It's very short.
Okay.
And the door kind of apparates out of nothingness. And it gets kicked open, flung open. And when it gets kicked open, yes?
How much time has passed since the
6 seconds?
enough time for me to get over there and unsheath my weapon?
Sure.
Then I'm there.
Okay. The door kicks open, and you hear this cacophonous blast of trumpets.
He immediately put on his eyes.
Sentry salivating at the fact that this door just appeared. With ease.
I'm trying to go through any of these ones.
And before anything walks out, you hear these trumpets going, and you hear, "Make way! Make way!"
Darian makes. he's shuffling back
Out of the door, you hear, "Thank you!" And you see this gnome walk in. If a gnome being like 2.5 feet tall could pretend it was 8 feet tall, chin up, walking, trying to look down at all of you. Obviously not successful with any of you.
Well, I mean, he's eye level with me now.
He's strutting in with this blaring sound coming from behind him, and he is wearing this ridiculous robe. Like, it's utterly ridiculous. It would be long on kerosene. And
It's huge.
he's wearing this thing.
Is there
So
anybody
like a
carrying
designer
it?
brand clothing that only like those people wear just because they can,
Yes.
just because they can afford it.
And
Okay.
he's walking in, and you see then another gnome come out who's just holding the train of this robe. And then another, and another. Never actually letting it hit the ground. Their job is
There's
to
multiple gnomes.
There's 4 gnomes, including this one. So 5 total gnomes.
So it's like the American flag. They just like their life,
Yes.
not letting this thing hit the ground.
5 gnomes walk in, and you see this gnome stick out his arms and start to spin, and you hear just shuffling of feet behind them as they spin too. And you're, okay, all right.
Do they step over me?
They do. They step over you. The robe kind of washes over your hair
What does it feel like?
like a robe.
Soft?
Delicate.
Good thread count?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Persian thread count here. Yeah, it's nice. This is Egyptian cotton. This is a light and airy. And when he finally gets back to center, he looks down at you, snaps his finger, and out from under the robe comes one other gnome. This one wearing glasses and holding like a clipboard. And you hear the one that snapped go. And you still hear, like, now, like, harps have been added into the background music. And you hear him go, "We represent the Iron Throne Guild." And then the one next to him goes, "Yeah, the Iron Throne Guild." And he goes, "The Iron Throne Guild." Baldur Gate chapter. How are you?
Rika will by this time have walked over to Darian
There's a lot of pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
and helped him up. And as they say this, Rika will kind of lean in and
I imagine them to be far more intimidating than this.
Maybe it's a show. Not only he's whispering, not only to show stateliness, but also to put you off your guard.
Why don't you do the talking?
I'll try.
He puts his fingers in like that power pose right here.
This one, like
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Right here. So, who are you?
We're the Sid Several. We call ourselves that. We're seeking to right wrongs and investigate mysteries in Baldur's Gate.
Anfriki, write that down. And you see this little one.
did he
start
just
to
say
write.
Anfriki?
Anfriki.
What a name.
Oh my goodness.
Anfriki is the scribe for the Baldur's Gate chapter of the Iron Throne. Throne.
Does he echo
He
himself?
does.
What brings you to our humble home?
I'm glad you asked that, Darian. I
So-
realize I asked a question that I already knew the answer to. Do not question me. For we are the Iron Throne.
But
She gets it. I come
Bearing
asking
gifts?
questions and potential gifts. Potential. My questions are, how did you peons
Wow. Peons? He uses the word peons? Wow.
open a threshold gate? One that has been locked for 200 years. How did you open it from the inside without a key?
well, it was kind of an act of desperation. We had blood. We poured the blood on the gate. The blood had some mystical properties,
Got properties.
but we don't really know how it happened. We did have some help from Jameson. Do you know of Jameson?
Of course I know. Write down the name Jameson. Of course I know Jameson.
Do you really know the name Jameson?
Don't ask Kevin questions.
Kevin. Kevin, like Kevin.
Yes.
All right. But that's really all we know about how he did it.
So, the Avarice door, which I know for a fact the key is locked in a safe space. You just willy-nilly poured blood, a little bit of magic, opened it up.
Pretty much. Do you know what was happening outside the Avarice door?
No. We did not know until we backed into it.
Insight that, John.
We should.
Rika is
Insight that, John,
inciting
right
this-
now.
19.
That's pretty good.
19. You get the feeling that Kevin and Amphiky had no idea what was going on because that door was purposely locked. It wasn't until you guys ran through and the door was now open that when they went back in to close it, they looked around, they kind of saw what was happening. So, not a lie, they did not know what was going on until you opened the door.
Why was it called the Avarice door? Yeah, you mean?
Why do you think?
Well, you named it.
I didn't name it.
Oh, so did you know why it was named that?
I do.
You're almost very smart. Please share.
Rick, I don't think he knows.
And he throws the robe back over his shoulders now, head up. Write that down, Amphiky. He said I'm smart. Make sure this letter goes up the ladder, up the chain. Okay. Avarice door, because it was Lord Avarice's tomb.
Right, and Lord Avarice, we all know who that is, but for
I don't know.
Oh,
You
you're
know.
not from around here.
I'm not. Could you help me? You seem really smart.
Lord
so-
Avarice. Thank you.
Yeah, and really cute, by the way.
You know, you're too tall for me. They told me this was a backwater job. Boy, were they wrong. Okay. Avarice. He was a pretty bad dude. Bad guy. Long before my time. I'm a recent transplant to this chapter. About 3 months in. And in those 3 months, stuff has happened. Not happy. Avarice was basically a warlord. Killed a lot of people. A lot of people. Was in tight with some bad gods. Bad individuals. Idolized one in particular. But that name's been lost to time. It hasn't. I can't lie to you.
Would you share? I mean, you know what was happening on the other side of the Avarice door.
please regale us with your mighty wit.
Here's what I need from you, though. I will share this information. But first I need to tell you some other things. That's not the only door that opened from the inside out of Sigil. Two more that we found. In the last 3 months. This is very disconcerting. One leads straight to Haven.
That's not good.
It's the St. John door.
St. John.
St. John. St. John. Does that ring a bell to Rika?
It does to Paz. And to Rika.
Rika will kind of just glance over to Paz.
And he points to the shield.
Rika will kind of nod.
that door opened from the inside out, that door has also been locked for a very long time. And there's one final door. We don't know whose it is. It almost seems to have appeared. It's an onyx door.
An onyx door.
It's an onyx door that, when we investigated it, Amphiky, try not to tremble. This is important. Write this to the T. And he writes a T. When we went to investigate, we could not breach the threshold of said door. Some magical barrier kept us out.
And that, I imagine, being as powerful as you, that must have been strange. Very strange.
Very strange. We don't have a key to this door because this door does not exist. We can't breach the threshold. And when we look at it, there's some interesting iconography from inside Sigil.
Would it, by any chance, be 3 crowns?
Not 3 crowns, but 3 bursts of light.
All right.
Does this remind us of the onyx wall that we ran into in the Undercity?
Yeah.
Do you know the locus of the door in the material plane? Yeah, you mean? Like where it would geographically be located or connect to?
The way to find that out is to walk through it, and we can't walk through it.
So what does it mean that it was opened from the inside? Does that mean people can exit out, but you can't go in? Yeah, you mean?
Well, we think it means is someone found the door in the specific location and opened it and left it ajar. Now they can enter and exit as they please.
So, just like you have a back door into our room of requirement, someone has a back door into
Sigil.
Into Sigil.
But aren't all the other doors locked?
They are,
But apparently they can be opened.
but they can be opened, and Amphiky, be strong. We've lost many a gnome. Some of them key holders.
How? In battle?
They just disappeared. We do rounds in Sigil just to make sure everything's okay. When the threshold door appeared, we posted some to see who would walk through. Those gnomes never returned. And now no one will take that job.
So it's gone unguarded?
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
What are we to do? I can't get anyone to do it, and we're losing ranks.
Can you-
Anyone who's there gets taken.
Have you used any magical means of blocking it?
We've tried. We can't close the door. It is open.
Sigil's supposed to be one of the most powerful cities in the realms. And you're saying that you are powerless?
This door doesn't exist. It shouldn't exist. It doesn't belong there. We don't have a key for it. We can't close it. It's of a magic that we don't even understand.
So you let it go unguarded. Wow.
No, we've guarded it, and those people have gone missing.
Have you escalated this problem up the food chain, so to speak? Yeah, you know?
That's why I'm here. I am the master of this section of the Iron Throne.
You need a fancier title than that to match your...
Okay,
Man,
so like I'm
gives
not.
me
I'm like
Mike
the
from The
understudies,
Office.
and this robe is not mine.
That's good because it's hideous.
I liked it.
Okay, and you see one of the last gnomes like tug on it like a blind.
It rolls up.
It rolls up, and he just kind of waves off the 5 other gnomes that were holding it. Now it's just Kevin and Amphiky.
Kevin, does that get heavy?
No, they carry it.
But now that it's rolled up...
No.
Oh, they took it.
Yeah, it's magic
Oh,
anyway.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, we're investigators for the Iron Throne.
So you're not with the Baldur's Gate chapter.
We are. We're the investigators for the Baldur's Gate chapter. I tried to be a little bit more impressive, thinking maybe you would help. We're stumped. Okay? We were able to close the Avarice door. We have a key. We can close St. John's door. We have a key.
Did you close that one? You should.
Yes.
Good.
But we don't know for how long it was open.
So people could have come through there too?
Likely.
When did you know that it's opening? Yeah, you know what I mean?
About a week ago.
That's a long time.
Was that the
The
same
note-
time we came through the door back?
Yes. That's the door. we
The
opened.
Avarice door. Yeah. But the notes in... And Rika will take out the notes. The Zentarum were talking about a back door into Haven.
That's true, but weren't they digging also?
Yeah, but that was like their failsafe, yeah, you know what I mean?
That's right. So you think the Zent have access to Sigil?
Rika will show, having insight of them, do they seem, before he shows the note, they seem sincere in they're actually Iron Throne, they're actually,
Yeah, you see the Iron Throne insignia,
I mean, they came into our,
Yeah.
so,
and you see he's got a couple of keys on his belt loop. Not a lot, not as many as a keymaster, but he's got a couple, and he has the one for this room in particular.
so
They look official, and they look like two inquisitive or inquisitor rogues.
So Rika will kind of look to the party and take out the letter and just make sure that they're all okay with it. And then he'll show him the specific letter referencing the door and the Zentarum, and they're, kind of give him that information.
Well, that's not good. So,
It's really not good when you consider who we think the Zent are working for.
the problem is we can close other doors that exist. We can't close the one that doesn't, and yet is there. It has unfettered access. And if they have people on the other side and they've found a way to open a door without a key, we have a problem.
So what can we do? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, I think we should start at Haven.
Well, that's where we're going anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Darlin here has wanted to get back there. There's some friends there that we want to talk to. And if people have gone through a door already and are infiltrating, like the letter talks about, that's trouble. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay. So, all right. We were there. We were in Haven. We talked to the Wizard Tribunal, the three of them. Madam,
Rika will look over at Darlin when he says that.
and she kind of looks back with like a knowing glance. A Madame Trudeau has requested, and that's why we're here, has requested her to come post haste.
Darlin?
Darlin. Is that your name?
It is.
Okay. Cool bird. Thank you. So, we can take you now.
Do you want all of us to go?
No. She specifically said, Darlin, her niece. I think we should give a little bit of muscle in case there was an infiltration. We don't want everyone yet. We don't want them to know that we know. That we know.
Well, IL's still in his room, right?
Yep.
Rika
Was it me and Paz?
I can go.
definitely doesn't want to send kerosene. Wants to keep her as close as possible.
Darian would say, in his mind, I don't know if I trust Kerosene yet.
Have you seen her? I mean, she's so nice. Of course we can.
It. I was just referencing. Oh,
Telepathy.
you heard me?
And you hear Paz like take one big inhale of his cigar. I'll do it.
That would make sense. We need to talk then about that. Well, go investigate the door in conjunction with your shield. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's right.
That's what I was thinking too.
Do you want any message sent to Marcus?
Well, are you guys going to go back and talk to him?
We may.
Probably should. Yeah.
If you do, tell him that you're coming and that I trust you guys. And he should trust you too.
Right. Sounds good. Yeah.
If you might give us a sign, perhaps one of your cigars, we could give to him.
He opens up his box of terribly personal hand-rolled, like just smells like doo-doo caca. And he's like, that one right there.
Darian takes it and puts it in his bag of holding. Does he throw up? Oh, I throw up.
Yeah.
Constitution shape.
He closes it.
I'll message you, darling, or Paz. Yeah, we'll be in touch. Don't stay long.
And you see Darlin just nod. And she looks a little, she kind of goes into her room, gathers a couple of things. She looks hurried, obviously, but also a little worried because she knows Madame Trudeau is asking for her. We can think that the people that we don't want are in Haven, and she's just worried for her safety.
Everything will be okay, darling. Yeah, we'll come to you as soon as we can. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you come to us.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be good.
Yep.
We'll fix this and
I have Paz with me.
and we'll make sure Madame Trudeau's okay.
And you have Kevin and Amphirkey. We're with you too.
Yeah, are you guys capable? Are you strong?
Are we capable? I mean, no, we're not strong. And he like flexes and his bicep goes down.
His whole arm.
Yeah.
So his
But-
triceps are enormous.
His stabbing motion is good. He just can't go up. Yeah. But we can wield a knife here or there.
Oh, yeah, no, so you must be magical of some sort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of that too. Yeah. We'll be okay. But we need help.
Alright, well, we'll see you soon.
Okay. And you see him kind of usher them through the door, and both Darlin and Paz kind of duck down to go in, and they kind of disappear into a bright light, and it's Amphirkey goes next, and then finally Kevin, and he kind of grabs this invisible handle and starts to close the door, waves, it shuts, and you hear a reverse of plain wall, like it never happened.
Well,
That's disconcerting.
what do y'all think? Sensei, what do you think?
I don't know. I kind of want to figure out how we did that with the door. And why didn't we get a key? That would have saved us some traveling time.
It's true.
We took 2 of ours, and we have nothing to show for it.
Well, maybe when we talk to them again, that's something we can ask. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, we should have a key, because I want to kind of run through that wall right now, and I know it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, you don't have the magic.
No, man.
Actually, I would love to see you try.
Just goes.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Did you just roll a 20?
No,
Oh.
no, I rolled a 7
Total?
total.
Okay.
Whoa.
So
Which is
you
probably for the
start
best.
just hauling off towards this magical wall, and you, much like Zed did when he cannonballed into your arms, You get a head of steam and you cannonball into this wall and you just and slide down.
Ricker, that didn't work.
How you feeling?
A little confused. Who are you?
I'm Darian.
Hello, Ricka.
Ricka will turn to Kerosene. Kind of just looking down at her ankles and maybe up to her knees a little bit. Yeah, I'm Miss Kerosene. What are you going to do now?
I don't know. I don't know where I am, and I don't know what to do, so I guess I'll just stay with you guys.
Do you want to get back home?
I mean, I was kind of like about to be like this really cool fighter thing. I would like to do that, but I don't know how to get back home.
It's true.
But
We
I
could
kind
keep
of
our
like
eyes
this
open.
whole revenge thing you got going on here. So
Yeah, it's very
metal, you know.
Yeah, I'm essentially is made of metal. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Except like the wall thing, I feel like you could have ran through it, but you didn't. But it's fine.
I
Next
wasn't
time.
really trying. It was.
That must have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like a revenge plot. So we might play this out for a little bit. And see
Well,
what
if you let us know where you're from, we can maybe eventually help you get back.
in time. Okay.
I hope it
Alright.
takes a long time. I mean, I hope you stay with us to live forever. I'm long time.
Okay. Laying it on a little thick. Just a little.
I don't.
Subtlety is
I'm-
not something he really does well with women.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You might find this hard to believe, but I've never actually been with a woman, so
You mean like walked around with them? Like we walked around all day.
yeah, no, I mean like more than friends, yeah. You know what I mean?
I have never had a boyfriend. You know, you just hang out with them and then
That's
leave. You know.
Oh, yeah. You mean like no commitment, right?
Yeah, no commitment. Why
Yeah,
would you
that's
do
like
that?
why would anyone
Yeah,
want to just
of
have a
course.
loving covenantal union, yeah, forever.
Yeah, you get it.
Like
Okay.
like the one you have with Salune.
That's exactly like she's the best.
She's doing thingy too.
He's the best. Going out of my face.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Selune is the goddess of the moon. Yeah, she's radiant. She's radiant embodied. Yeah, and I mean, I've never seen her body, and I've seen yours. So, anyway, I'm glad you're gonna stay with us now. That's good. Yeah, and I'm gonna go take a cold shower. Yeah, I'll be back.
Oh, boy. We jump to the sobbing kitty cat's room. And it's like that meme with Wolverine holding a picture of Jean Grey. Except the thing that you're holding is the note.
Oh, I read it.
And you're poring over the note.
Right.
Does the ink run before he can read it?
And you remember this note was placed on your hip when you bumped into a bunch of drunk sailors leaving Elfsong Tavern. And you read the note, which is delicately written in your language.
Sweet, no cursive. Yes.
It is in Gutenberg block print.
It's
Just for
my
you.
stuff. It's my stuff. It's my trap stuff.
And this note looks like it was, the paper was ripped hastily, but with a quill, it was intricately written. Someone took time for all the malice they put into these words.
Oh, shoot.
Let me read it. It starts and it says, "The Zions are a shadow of their former selves since the capture of Zelios. Christina is nowhere to be found.
Christina.
Christina. You don't have to write this. I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not good at taking notes.
I could hear.
Yeah, the type dress.
I could hear it, so I'll send it to you.
Okay.
This is more thematic, so other people can.
Yeah, that was
notice it.
brutal. That was rough.
Christina. All right, we're gonna start over.
He's typing in character.
Yeah. They only do cursive typewriters. The Zions are a shadow of their former selves since the capture of Zelios. Or Zelios. I don't know how you say it.
No, Zelios is right.
Okay. Christina is nowhere to be found, abandoning her pride. Typical of her kind. Ambrose will fail. His pathetic resistance no match for our might, especially when this one retrieves the ancestral axe. Aiel, you were never to make it off the island alive, especially alive with your father's axe. We have come to do 3 things. This one has accomplished 1 task. Only 2 remain. Dirian was right. You are lost. You're just a child. You know nothing of the real world. You don't even know your God. You could be so much more, though. Once my sisters arrive, you will have 1 chance to lay down your arms and join. If you refuse, you will die like the rest of your clan. And it is signed, the oldest sister.
Well, so I guess as he reads all this, his sadness turns into an anger because he knows his mom wouldn't do something like that for a reason, or they're lying. And he also is angry that his dad's been captured and that he's basically calling his entire tribe pathetic. And
Not basically, did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just gets angry. He's gonna go to the wall and he's gonna he's going to find something sharp in the room.
Your
I don't know.
axe?
No, not my
Okay.
axe. Something that he's gonna pin the note right to the wall,
Got it.
right next to his bed.
Got it.
And he is then
You do it with a dagger.
sweet. He is then going to rip the part off where it says sign the 3rd sister.
Oldest sister.
Yeah, the oldest sister.
It's kind of the reverse of the 3rd sister.
Going to rip it off. Take the note downstairs. He doesn't talk to anyone else.
Okay.
He goes right to Rika.
Okay. So you are in the room of requirement. You just leave your room.
Oh.
So you
Okay,
go to
that's what I
find
thought.
Rika.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Rika's,
Rika's in the shower.
which is outside. It's an outdoor shower. So you actually leave. You walk past everybody like this stern face on furrowed brow. You almost
Yeah.
You walk out of the room of requirement. You give a sniff and you smell the love stench of.
As you approach, you hear Rika just going,
It's so cold. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Okay, calm down.
You hear him outside,
Yeah, saloon.
and you beeline right outside to the outdoor shower.
Yep.
And what do you do?
Take him out of the shower.
Just take him out of the shower.
There's a naked Rika.
Hey, it's
It's really cold in there. It's really, really cold. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't care. Remember, none of us wear clothes. All right. Who is this?
Are you holding him upright right now? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I picked him up.
you're,
I put the sign right to his
And
face.
he picked you up by the haunch of your neck, like a good human has.
Yep.
And he's showing you the ripped off signature of the oldest sister.
Where did you get that?
From a really mean note.
I really mean gnome.
Note.
A
From
note. Okay.
when we passed the drunk sailors,
Yeah.
someone slipped it into my loincloth.
Along with a 5.
And this piece of paper that I have no
Slipped
idea
it
what.
into your loin.
Yeah.
You did. Did Rika? I recall rolling. Rika had a pretty high perception. Did he note the individual he's referring to?
I did too, as well.
Yeah, you both did. You saw a cloaked figure. I would say average height, probably between 5'8" to 5'10". But you didn't get too many distinguishable features.
I
Other-
didn't. All I heard was his voice, and his voice sounded like an accent
Yep.
from one of the traders.
You both
From Skyrim.
Did I see the face?
No. What you did see, because you rolled well, is the cloak had kind of a bump out on the back tailbone, as if this creature
Got some junk in the trunk.
or
wrong
a tail.
side.
I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Didn't see feet or anything like that.
Mm-mm. It was quick. It was a
Okay.
a sound. It was a like what the heck double take right around a corner. You saw kind of the bump out of underneath the cloak of what would probably say this creature has a tail.
Okay, Rika thinks back on.
I now put him down. I hand him the note, and I put it in his hand. Put it close to his face.
How about a towel?
Nope.
Rika will. Did you posted those notes in the Discord?
I'm trying to do it right now.
Rolls in room. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Rika will think back on the notes and think back on one of the notes because he sees this writing. He can't read that writing, right?
Right.
Correct.
So the note scrap that he's looking at, he'll say, well, let's start here. What does this say?
How can you not read it, bro? It's so easy.
I'm sorry, I don't speak or read that language.
It's the oldest sister.
Oldest sister.
Yes. Signed, the oldest sister.
Right. Well, can I ask you a question? It's not a personal question. It's just a question of knowledge. Yeah, you know what I mean? Have you ever heard the name the Midnight Sisters? Yeah, you know what I mean?
No.
Are you sure?
Would you like to check with the DM?
I don't think I would
I'm
have.
trying to post the other thing.
Mhm.
I'll do it later. I feel like we rolled on that before,
I don't think I.
and he didn't know.
Okay.
It was when we were kind of grilling him about certain things.
Yep.
So there's a note here in the Zent's letters that says, our contacts in Oman's black market. That's where they bought you from, yeah, on the ship, yeah, you know what I mean? Has gone silent all of a sudden. Out of the ordinary for them, must contact the Midnight Sisters, plural, yeah, you know what I mean? That's more than one. To track down what has happened. You said it's the oldest sister, yeah, which means there's more than one. maybe she's one of the Midnight Sisters. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't like them at all.
Well, what did the letter say that she signed?
Mean things. Very mean things.
Can you maybe tell me specifically, exactly word for word what they wrote? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, do you have any other notes you would like to share with me about anything involving me?
Well, I showed you the note about Theros, yeah, and how they wanted your axe. And they were taking it to Oman's. With Oman, of course, is also where the Midnight Sisters were. So there's overlap there, yeah, you know what I mean? And the antlered one, we talked about that. We didn't hear about the antlered one, but I guess we asked you also if you knew Midnight Sisters, yeah, you know what I mean? So,
Just making sure.
yeah, so those were the two things in those notes that I think seem relevant to you, yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay. Come on, let's go.
Okay, I got it in there.
Hold on, let me get dressed. Yeah, I don't want my...
Do you put Ricka down so he can get changed?
I actually just take mine off, put it around his, and then I drag him.
No, that's much too big. I mean, the cloth is too big for me. Yeah, I want my clothes. Yeah, I don't want you to show off. I mean, to show yourself. Yeah.
So you put him down. I'm gonna make you let him get dressed. You can choose to put your garments back on.
I
or
do.
not. Okay, you put
Because
your
it's a yeah, I don't really care.
and
I'm gonna make you let him get dressed.
Sentry's next door apologizing to the neighbors.
yeah, yeah,
Who were outside
the
with their
neighbors with the
children.
two little girls
Yeah,
that like playing soccer with each other. Ay.
Well, from a distance, I guess he looks like a child too.
Yeah, but this is even worse.
naked
than,
child?
Naked child.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing.
Ay. Okay. Well,
That is not- that's
while
even
they're
worse.
walking back in, we're gonna do our first giveaway.
And we did get 10 new subs, so we'll be doing 2 tonight.
We did.
We did.
Okay. So you can see there are in the spinning doobly doo. We have some dice in there. It looks like we have blue ones and brown ones.
It's like a copper.
Ooh, copper, or maybe brass. Like if you've been following along in LDR, like the brass mask we're trying to get.
Dun dun dun.
We definitely planned that one. So, if you would like to enter the drawing for either one of the dice or a $5 DM's Guild gift card, please enter !naked. Neked. Ricka was naked.
Naked as a jaybird.
And they call him the streak. Woo! Fast man on 2 feet.
IL's a predator now. Is that what Cackles is saying here?
All right. So back inside, clothes on, walking back into the room of requirement comes still kind of a furious trotting IL and a Ricka kind of like right behind, like he's getting his arm through his shirt and he's kind of hopping in with like getting his shoe on, and there he is, all sudsy though.
Wait, I
And
walk
steam
past
is coming
him.
off of him because it was really cold.
Yeah.
Just go back up to my room with him.
I don't know why he asked us in here, but there's some... Did you want to talk about it?
No.
This is how you get things done, by not communicating.
Making friends?
I was... How are you doing, Cassine?
I'm fine. Thanks.
I
for
just
asking.
grab
This
him
is
by the
definitely
arm.
fruity though, but it's fine.
Yoink! You get yoinked towards his room while you were talking.
Oh, yeah, we are going to look at the letter. Is that what we're doing?
Does anyone else follow?
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I think it's important. He's pretty upset about it. Cassine, you should come too.
I'm here for the drama.
Come on.
I'm here for the drama.
I'm definitely gonna watch this.
So IL storms towards his room, kicks the door open, and there is a figure standing there reading the note, tapping his foot. And when you kick the door open, he gets startled. He goes, "Oh! Oh, you're here. You're back."
Do we recognize him?
You all recognize this as Toulard.
Okay.
And he turns back and finishes the note and goes, "That's not good, my dear. That's not good at all. I presume this was to you?"
How are you even here?
"Oh, I tried to talk with you before when you were sleeping, and you just rolled over. I'm a very powerful fey creature. Don't do that again."
Okay.
"So anyway, what did you rip off? I can't finish the note like this. It's clearly ripped."
He takes the hand that Rika has, that he literally, like, face smacked and just...
"The oldest sister." And you see him kind of like line it up, snap his finger, and it gets affixed back to where it was.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's impressive.
That's mending.
See, he can read it.
Oh, I can read many things. I'm very old.
What does it say?
Then he reads it.
Yes!
And he's kind of feels like he has a spotlight on him, so he kind of gets into this dramatic retelling. And
When
Does he put on an accent?
yeah.
Cool.
When he finishes, he'll say, Rika will turn to Io. Who's Christine?
It's my mom.
And who's
Zelios,
Zelios?
It's my dad.
And
Ambrose.
Zion is your tribe?
Pride. Tribe.
Your pride? Yeah, your pride, that makes sense. That's attack that cats.
Tigers.
Are there any tigers in your pride?
Kittens, maybe?
No.
Who is she?
Hi.
You are delightful.
Oh, thank you. That's what most
But I
people
don't
say.
remember you from the Fae.
What's that?
Oh, who is she?
She's new.
You trust her?
Well,
Indefinitely.
that's not true.
I wouldn't say that at all.
Ask him.
I thought
Pointing to Rika.
almost all the way, yeah. Like, there's very little doubt. I mean, look at her.
Yeah. She doesn't do it for me.
A little hurtful, but
Okay.
Rika's just doesn't even know what to say.
She fought alongside us, so we trust her to be with us. But she doesn't trust us yet enough to show who she is, really. So,
Even
That's-
though she's got a roof over her head.
that's
Well,
right.
I hope you trust her immensely.
Because
Well, because I'm going to lay some shit down.
I like him.
What does that mean?
I think he's going to tell us the truth.
He's gonna take a poop
Ooh.
right here.
So you see,
Wait. Is that normal from where you're from?
No, I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay. Because that would be uncouth, and I'm so couth.
Interesting.
Right? Because you're couth, right?
Depends on the day.
Shut up!
Rika, darling, you're trying way too hard. Way too hard.
I'm just...
Too Lord! Just tell me!
Tell you
Sweetie,
what.
You need to calm down and let him
Oh,
talk.
his back's all raised and stuff.
That's right.
He looks like a little kitty cat when they get angry.
His arch, his back is arched.
What would you like me to tell
His
you?
tail got It's got
Anything about the note.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I mean, I can read it.
You said back in the fair that you knew stuff about Theros
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and Oiskerus.
Yes.
And then you said that you would tell me more if we completed the quest, and then you just never showed up.
Oh,
And
no,
now
I-
you just showed up out of nowhere.
I did show up, and you rolled over. That information is going to cost you.
He's a little sassy. I like it.
Here's what I know. I'll level with you. And you see his visage just change immediately. He does not look like this highfalutin elf anymore. He looks like a wispy... his feet disappear. And think like Genie from Aladdin. Kind of goes down into a point. Like a mini tornado. He looks like an air genie. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't know what they're called. And he's got this high ponytail of what looks to be like blackish hair that kind of gets caught in his own wind. And he's got these piercing blue eyes, and in an instant he changes. And he goes, okay,
Jinn is an air genie.
that's it. He's a djinn. He goes, okay. I needed to come back here. I'm bound to that axe that you guys found. I needed to come back to Baldur's Gate. So I put on the most fanciful form that I could, least threatening, once I found out you guys were coming back to where I need to be. I need to go home, okay? And home is inside a granite stone. You've heard of the Sword and the Stone? That story? That fairy tale? Turns out it's true, except it's true times 3. I have 2 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
One's a sword in a stone. I'm an axe in a stone. My last brother is 2 daggers in a stone.
2 daggers.
I was removed by some crazy lady. And the evil that me and my brothers were keeping inside, locked away, immediately started to pour out. I need to go back and contain this evil. Otherwise, it'll probably be the end of the world. So
Yep.
I'm sorry for lying to you, but I needed to come back, and you need to get me home.
How did you get to the Feywild?
Some crazy lady ripped me out of the stone, started running, screaming from the evil that just started pouring out, and cast herself out of this dimension. And while we were trying to land is the best way I could describe it. She dropped me, she zigged, I zagged. Next thing you know, I'm embedded in the chest of a shambling mound for about 9 months.
9 months?
About 9 months. I lied, it wasn't thousands of years.
Well, 9 months ago.
Yeah, 9 months ago.
But you are in this place for a long time before that.
It's literally all I've ever known.
Are you a genie?
I am. But not the kind that gives you wishes.
Even if you rub you the right way?
We'll talk.
You can ask.
What kind of genie are you?
I'm an air genie. Can't you see? And he looks like the base of him is a swirling tornado. And he's got this almost ethereal, slightly foggy, see-through body.
What were your brothers air genies as well,
No
or
air
Jinn?
genies.
No,
The strongest type of genie.
no. One was earth, and the other was water.
What about wind and fire? Oh, you're wind.
I'm wind.
With fire, no?
Fire can sometimes be temperamental.
Ask him if he knows.
Didn't always want to play along.
If you wanted to find
Turns out we
who
didn't
knows.
need him for the task at hand.
But you do have a brother?
Yeah.
He's the
We don't-
outcast of the
Yeah, we
family.
don't talk about him. He's kind of the black sheep.
The burnt
Why
sheep.
they were
The burnt
doing
sheep.
things to
I'm a little hazy. What
for
were
or
you
about
doing
or
in the
whatever.
stones?
That's where we were placed.
By
Baldura.
Baldur himself.
Yeah.
So, Baldura placed you in 3 stones to do what?
To encapsulate and protect this plane from an untold evil. Times 3.
So, you were matched 1-to-1 with something of untold evil.
A prison stone.
Prison stone.
3 of them.
Do you know what the prison stones held?
Nope. All I know is that these intense negative emotions of anger and pain and conquering and war and death and famine and pestilence and all of these negative emotions would spill out from these stones, but we were capturing them, keeping them in place.
Mm.
And how did a little lady come and take you out
Dude, I have
If
no
you've
freaking
been-
clue.
in there for like a long time?
I don't know.
a good question.
Can Rika roll something? Because Matthew has ideas, but I don't. Can Rika roll something to see if he makes any connections between 3 prison stones and anything else that is
Yeah.
concurrent with 3?
Yeah, why don't you roll it with, like, super advantage? Rick is not stupid.
Okay.
Bound for luck.
Is this is this intelligence?
Sure.
So investigation or
Yeah.
investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 17.
Yeah. You think the number 3 has come up quite a bit.
The 3 ancient evils, yeah.
Mhm.
Do they have anything to do with 3 dead kings?
Lord Avarice being one of them, perhaps.
I mean, that sounds familiar.
And like, would they be worshipped by ancient evil cultists?
Yeah, I mean, that's what a cultist would do.
And is there any that you're aware of before you are placed iconography of like 3 rays of beams and like a threshold?
You know, now that you mention it, at the top of each stones they had that.
Yeah, that's okay. So what the
At the top of each stone.
Of
that
the prison
Baldur-
stones.
Oh, the prison stones. All right, all right.
So the mask are trying to erase the dead kings
Mhm.
that you are protecting, that now there's an opening, a gap.
That's right.
And, you know,
He's trying to calm down, but he's still really angry.
I'm assuming, because I'm really smart too,
I know about that.
that this evil probably wouldn't destroy this world, it would destroy other worlds too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're just centered here. And in fact, ever since we came back, I could feel a certain oppression on the air that's just kind of floating around.
So you contained whatever was eking out of these 3 prison stones.
They were all cracked slightly. That's why they were eking.
So is it the same energy?
Oh yeah.
How Rika would know? How long ago did the Mage Plague start?
About 9 months ago.
So you're saying that what's eking out and you sense all around here is rooted in the seepage from what you contain. Yeah, you mean?
It feels like that.
So does it feel like some sort of negative arcane energy?
It feels like the worst possible thing you can imagine in your life, and in your life, and in your life, and in your life, and in your life. Except it doesn't end.
Perpetual torment.
Yes. Wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Why would that lady even go there?
I don't know. She appeared in a flash. Inside the barrier. That shouldn't be possible.
Well,
And she was assaulted by all of the negative energy. It's why she did whatever she could to get out. And what that was breaking the barrier.
Can Rika insight can that part of it? Just to
Sure.
what was a natural 20 and then onto a 2. 10.
Okay, what are you trying to insight?
Is he giving us the whole truth? Like, is there any parts he's leaving out? Anything that he's framing?
You feel as though there's a little bit he's leaving out. But he's not willing to tell you that yet.
Was the lady nice looking or like bad looking?
I didn't get a look. I heard screams. I was ripped out of my stone. I felt like we were running. And then she got to a point where there was no anti-magic field, which again, this should not have been possible. She got to a point where there was no anti-magic field, and as quick as she came, she left, but she was holding me when we left. She dropped me in magical transit, and we went our separate ways. And I landed in the chest of a shambling mound.
So the mage plague is a result of that. The original Fleshers are trying to release them,
And the masks of Motosanakis.
and the Zentarum are somehow
Part of it.
in the middle as well. Yeah.
Do you know where that location was with your brothers?
Yeah.
You know.
Kind of.
How do we get you back?
We have to find Baldur's treasure room.
Well, the myth keeps on coming up.
It's not a myth, my friend. I was there.
Where was the treasure?
There is no treasure.
Then how do you know it was this treasure room?
That's what he called it.
So you're saying the treasure is actually the prison stones?
That is a jip. I was placing all my hopes on this treasure room.
He may have other treasure rooms.
Thanks for the bone you're throwing me.
He may have a lot of treasure along the way.
Fair enough.
Some say life is a treasure.
That's about the journey, right?
Yeah. Not about the destination, Darian.
Kind of want to put him back in the stone.
And who you journey with.
So all I'm saying is you have to get me back. These stones were cracked from the get-go.
Can they be re-energized, reconfigured, reformed?
They don't have to be if you put me back in the stone.
Right.
But obviously, I mean, no offense. I think you're an excellent genie, and this axe is awesome.
Well, thank you.
But there is a possibility of problems with the defense systems that was set up by Baldur.
It has never once been breached other than what has to be an infinitesimally small accident.
Oh, that's promising.
Or divine intervention.
I didn't think of that one.
By an evil.
The moon.
The
No,
Salune?
Salune wouldn't do it. But
Oh, never.
no,
Sorry.
she's the best.
But then that would mean
I forgot.
the
My bad.
best.
she's the best.
That would mean an evil deity must know the location.
That's probably.
There's some funny things going on in the world at large.
Do you know who, he asked me this. Do you know who the antlered one is?
the letter.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He wants to know.
Please do tell.
It's Merkel.
Marker, the god of death and pestilence. Said to be sealed away. His avatar. Let me guess. It's in one of the prison stones. Well, we have note here from the Zentarum that says that the antlered one is pleased with their progress, so there's some sort of communication going on. Maybe when that gap opened, his influence was able to start to communicate. Yeah,
Okay,
maybe.
Leonin.
Does
You're gonna need to know this. You're
Okay.
gonna need to know this.
okay? Does the name Merkel ring in his head? Because when I rolled to learn about the entered one, you said that that name kind of went in your mind.
Yeah.
And that your mom used to tell you stories, but you were like, answer one didn't really. But does Merkel?
No,
No.
but the
She-
name Dirian rings a bell from your note now.
Okay.
The one you just read.
Mm-hmm. Do I have to roll something?
A
or-
long time ago,
Good music for this.
the Merkel prison stone was taken from a people, and those people wanted it back. Those people had a leader, and that leader's name is Dirian, the chosen of Merkel. Here's what you need to know, Leonin. Dirian's one of the reasons Theros is under attack. There's a history there that I'm not privy to all of it, just what I've heard. Dirian is a tabaxi.
Interesting. Yeah, we don't like cat people. That makes sense. And I don't know why we don't like cat people.
You are a
We
cat person.
I'm a Leonin, but Tabaxi you're not friendly. We just, that's always how it's been.
Okay. That's what you need to know. That your war was started by external forces that are very close to you. The Tabaxi and the Leonin are basically the same thing. Dirian went north. So far north, he'd left Mexicodal and wound up on Theros, looking for lands to conquer, thinking your people took his relic.
Does Dirian then, it would make sense that he's working with the zealots who worship death gods and deities as such.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine there. This is what I've heard from Baldur. You have to get me back. The literal fate of the world depends on it.
There's lots of things we have to do, but obviously this is important, and we have to stop the mage plague. And
You stopped the mage plague by putting me back.
yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Alright, well, we got to find Baldur's treasure room, which we think we have some leads on, which our main lead is in Haven right now. But we think we have some understanding. Zentas was looking into that.
That's right.
Okay.
It still is.
Still is.
Okay.
Alright, well, are you bound to the axe?
I am.
So, Tuala, is Tuala your actual name?
Close enough.
Right. And you're actually an air genie,
I am.
a djinn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Air Genie, I know, like, the fate of the world's, like, kind of important right now.
Mhm.
Would you happen to know, like, any other Air Genies?
Yeah. Know a lot of them.
So, like, if someone were to, like, kidnap someone in an Air Genie's house, would you know about that?
It would depend when. For the last 400 years, no.
Okay, never mind.
Can Rika roll insight into her question?
Sure. Can I roll insight into her question?
15.
What are you trying to insight?
if she's referring to herself as having been kidnapped from an air genie's household.
Roll. Do you want to give up this information?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Then tell him.
I mean,
out of
what
character.
I would be perceiving or inferring from your question.
You would be perceiving that he does know where, like, the air genie's house that I came from. That you did know.
No, that so. Okay.
For you specific, like,
Yeah,
and you asking the question, are you inferring that you were in fact kidnapped?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
what you're.
the key
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
all we need to know.
So Ricka's
good.
got that. He's like, okay, all right.
So did you infer that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me that?
We'll talk to you later. That's very sad.
So- I'll be with you guys in the axe. Okay. I can be put out of the axe like I am. I can
Now, tell me, are you offended when he grabs you?
only when he grabs me wrong. So I can look like different things. You can use me as a distraction, but I can't be too far away from the axe. About
All right.
60 feet at most.
That's pretty powerful.
I'm pretty powerful.
Can you like do magic and stuff? Like when we're fighting, can you like snap your fingers and kill things?
I can't really do that. I need to conserve what magic I have because I need to be put back in that stone in order to cover up an all-time evil for the rest of eternity. So and I will say this, my power is waning because I'm not connected in the triumvirate of my brothers. Little things I can do. Use me as a decoy. I can be charged up a little bit through how that one over there uses the axe. Mechanically speaking, whenever you crit, you can choose to take half of the damage and charge up the axe up to 25 damage. When you hit 25 damage, that damage can then be used anytime you hit, like a radiant smite. A guaranteed 25-point radiant smite.
Did Baldur make you for the purpose of being with your brothers in the stones?
We were called away. I don't know how else to describe it. Almost like we were summoned into the weapons, put in our place, and then explained what we had to do. And we didn't even fight it. It became very apparent what we had to do.
So, in a sense, you were kidnapped.
Yeah, but for a greater purpose.
It's very honorable for you and your brothers to do this thing.
My plane goes down too.
Fair
Everyone I cared about goes down too if we don't do this.
Fair enough. We'll get you back there.
Okay.
When you do get us back there and use all your magic-y powers to stop the bad guys, can you use some of the bit of your power to send me back home?
I can't do that. I wish I could. I don't have that ability.
Okay.
I'm sure there are those that can know.
Would you really want to go back home alone after that letter?
I need to save my dad, and
By yourself?
if that's what it takes.
Is that wise?
I mean, we're all kind of around here. We can kind of help you out.
If you guys would help me, that would be great.
Well, if we can travel after we get Tulad back in his stone, perhaps that's our next step.
Road trip.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for getting me one step closer to home. I think we have a lot ahead of us. I believe the talking little guys, the gnomes, have their eyes on Haven. Not a bad place to start.
Once they return, I think that's where we should go. What do you think, Rika?
Yeah, Darlin and Paz are all down there. I can message them and let them know that there's some other very dangerous things going on. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Maybe they can ask questions.
Kerstin, you said you were being trained to be a fighter, like some sort of champion.
Mhm.
You hear how dire this is. I know that you said you're here for the drama, yeah. But
Always.
but maybe you could help us try to save, well,
The world, bro.
And all the planes.
yeah.
Listen, Rika's talking. Okay. Pipe down, Tiger. What was that, Rika?
Yeah, to save
He puffs his chest out.
everything. We need.
Will there be drama?
Will you make drama?
Always.
Will I get to watch?
I mean, if you're
Then
there.
you can stay.
Okay. I get to kill people, though, right?
Yes, that's the most dramatic thing I can think of.
Only the evil people.
Of course. No, I just want to show, like, my combat skills. I've been working really hard on them, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, they were very impressive.
Thank you, I know.
I see what you're doing.
No, no, that's not it. Darian turns around and just leaves.
Tulard goes back into the axe. He just goes.
I grab the
I am
axe.
not here for the drama.
You turn into a slightly handsomer Rika.
I asked Rika just to stay back
1 inch taller.
alone.
Yeah.
Just talk to him for a little bit after.
Tarika.
Yeah, to Rika, just alone.
What do the rest of you guys do?
Darian goes out on the porch.
Okay,
And
front
sits
porch.
down. Front porch.
Kerosene.
I'll go to the bathroom and fix my hair.
Okay. Senti.
I'm gonna stay in the room.
I actually wouldn't mind him
Okay.
staying.
Yeah.
All right.
He can stay in the room.
Take it away then.
Well, Rika, pretty angry right now. And, well, I want to go do some things. But, Darian, well, you guys don't want me to go do things alone, so if you would come with me, I want to, well, I want to first go to, like, intelligence hall. Do you guys have intelligence halls? They have lots of books in them.
You mean a library? Yeah. Yes, we have those. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Want to go one of those.
We can go find the.
And I want to read about everything there is to know, even if it's in cursive, about Darin. Darian.
About
Darian.
About Darian and Merkel.
Yes.
Right, we can do that.
And cross-reference those things with what I know about my mom's stories and what I know about the Zealots. Then, I want to punch some people, because I'm pretty angry right now. And you said that you used to punch people when you were younger,
Yeah, yeah.
and you know where to punch people, but it being okay.
How about we start with letting off steam, because that might inhibit the productive research into Darian and Merkel. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I will volunteer to watch you punch Sentry. Yeah.
Sentry
So-
voluntarily stands up and says, "IL, please, let off some steam."
But
I
I
can
want
take it.
people to hit back.
Okay, I'll hit you back.
Alright.
If it helps you, blow
We'll
off some
pretend
steam.
that this is an octagon. Yeah.
We don't
Right?
need to pretend. They built one in the backyard.
That's
the
right.
goblin.
Listen, There's no biting. Yeah. There's no
I can't bite, Rika.
There's no hitting below the belt sentry. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no fish hooks. Yeah. Yeah. And stay away from each other's jubbly bits. All right.
Let's get on!
I don't
Coin
have
purses.
jubbly bits.
I meant mine. Yeah.
So do we go to the?
So do you want to go to the ring in the backyard and fight each other?
Sentry will gladly do so and take a much more submissive, just to let IL get some,
So you're gonna let him beat the shit out of you?
just to get some steam at some.
Rika will heal him as they go.
Okay.
In fact, that's exactly. Rika is going to cast his
Aura of
Twilight
healing?
Sanctuary, which will give for a minute temporary hit points. So every time IL
The hit was so
10
smashes, every time IL smashes Sentry, you'll just get the hit points right back.
Yeah. No weapons, just fists. That's better anyway, right? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll a couple of d20s and thematically see how effective you are at letting out steam. So I would like your first d20 roll, please.
8.
8. So your first round, so to speak, what do you roll?
3.
3. Okay. So your first round, you start out a little slow because you're a little like, this is my buddy. I'm a little unsure, but he's saying bring it. So you start out a little slow, but by the end of the round, you're hitting him pretty good. Round 2, go. You have to roll.
5.
16.
Okay. So you got him pretty darn good in the first round, and now Sentry's like, that kind of hurt. So he's kind of he's not really punching back too much. He's just more blocking and parrying.
Kind of like a guy with the gloves, just kind of like
You get a couple of good blows in, but not as many as the first round. Again.
18.
Nice.
9.
Okay. Round 2 pissed you off because you're like,
I wanted you to fight back!
so now you start like headbutting and shin kicking, and there might have even been a fish hook in there.
No.
And he growls at you, "Rah!" and headbutts him. All right, next round.
Crit fail.
Oh,
18 again.
okay. So you were now caught off guard by the ferocity of your best friend, the friend you've known your entire life, and your entire life has been a total of about a month, right? And you see this feral look in his eyes that you're like, you ever seen Big Daddy? No, Daddy, no. You're just getting the crap kicked out of you right now. You're like on the ground. He's ground and pounding you just back and forth and back and forth. Thank goodness you're a stone metal petrified wood man. Next.
10.
11.
So now you were punching. You're making good contact. And finally, he kind of rolls to his side and gets into a guard position. And now you grapple him and you get him in like a Kimura lock. Go.
6.
6.
Oh, we met.
Okay. You're trying to crank this Kimura lock, and it's just a stalemate this round. There's some more healing that goes on because no damage was done this round.
I like that dice.
17.
19.
Oh! You go to crank it, and now Sentry's like, okay, jerk. I thought we were friends, and he reverses the script on you and now has you in a triangle choke. You're getting pissed. Do you rage?
Yes.
You rage to break out. Roll with advantage.
Need another one. 15.
Sentry?
Do I add my
Crit.
strength or?
No.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You got
Yeah.
20.
Did you roll with
crit.
advantage?
Yeah, he did.
I did.
Okay.
But he rolled a crit. So you go to break out, and you do break the triangle choke. He now puts you into an arm bar. So at least you're not choking, right?
That's a good
But
thing.
he's got you in an arm bar. Next round, go.
See, still at advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
still raging.
16.
16.
Okay. You now reverse the arm bar and you put him in a headlock on the ground. Now you got him in a headlock. Sentry, you're face first into the ground going. And it's
Sentinel appears behind him.
okay. Sentinel appears behind him.
Now you're rolling with advantage.
Advantage.
Oh,
Advantage.
He's right. Flanking.
Yeah.
Flanking. 17.
13.
Okay. so the back of your head gets punched, IL. You've got him face first in a headlock, and you're like punching him Nolan Ryan style, Robin Ventura, on the head. And then the back of your head gets punched. You're like, what the hell? And you turn around and you see this amorphous blob, kind of like going, you know, from Duck Hunt?
Yeah.
Like that.
Meanwhile, Kerosene's come out now and is just kind of taking this on.
As have the goblins.
Yes.
And you catch a glimpse, like when you lift your head up, you catch a glimpse of Zed, the fat one, like baby oiling himself up. He's getting in there because this is an unfair fight. It's 2-on-1. Go.
13.
10.
10. You leg sweep Sentinel, who disappears, and you rotate on top. Now you have him in a rear naked choke, and you see Zed is climbing the turnbuckle.
Oh, man.
And he's pulling off a metaphorical elbow pad and throws it to the metaphorical crowd. Blows a kiss. Roll. With advantage, IL.
You don't have advantage
Oh,
anymore.
that's right.
You'd have
Well,
to bring
then-
Sentinel back out if you want to.
Well, then, yeah, I'm at 2.
5.
I'll
Okay.
take the lowest.
5?
I'll take 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Sentinel's out.
Sentinel's out.
But I won't roll. I'm not going to use that
Yeah.
as a...
And
So he reappears again.
yes, but this time you see it. You see it happen, and I forget where I said you. Oh, rear naked choke.
Yep.
Rear naked choke. You're choking. You see the forearm move. You see the throw, the kiss, and you're trying to rotate Sentry so that his belly is open for this rear naked choke, or for this elbow drop that's impending. And you do because you rolled a 5 and you rolled a 2.
Teleport.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Okay. Oh no! I rolled a crit for Zed. So Zed goes Macho Man style and teleports, and Zed puts his elbow right through your abdomen. Just bah! This little 40-pound bowling ball of a goblin hits you right in the gut, and he's like, "I'm sorry." You're already raging. You teleported, and now you're like the dog from Duck Hunt. And you feel a wooden chair go upside your head.
The hell?
It's Zeke standing on the turnbuckle.
They're all turning around.
Okay, last round. Let's see what happens.
Advantage, no advantage.
No advantage because you switched places.
18.
18?
4.
4. So you stand up, you brush off the elbow drop, you know he didn't mean to, and you go and you get into a Goldberg pose and you start stomping your foot and you go for a spear on Sentry and you get parallel to the ground and you spear him right into the chest, right into the turnbuckle. You knock Zeke. You knock Zeke 15 feet off of it. He lands into a bush, a blueberry bush in the backyard. And then that's where Rika goes, ding, 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 ding. He waves it off. You got a lot of fighting in there. People are battered and bruised. Do you go for a pot shot on him after the bell?
No.
Do you?
Opportunity attack, kick him in the ass.
Do it.
Oh, that's just.
So as you're walking away,
4.
4.
It's like a friendly, like...
It's fine though because he said no, so he's walking away and you kind of do a slow little boot to the ass. What do? Do you let it slide? Or do you go...
Have you blown up
Or
enough
do
steam?
you clothesline him one more time?
As he would kick him in the rear, essentially, you feel better, buddy? Just seemed like you let out a lot there. Words.
Thank you, but I definitely do feel a little bit better. Yeah, kind of want to do it full on though to someone I don't know and don't care about, because I do love you, buddy.
Well, I love you too, man. We got kerosene here. We could throw her in the ring.
Let's do it.
Oh goodness!
I don't feel right hitting a woman.
Hit him first. Hit him first.
That's a good excuse.
Sentry just hops out of the ring.
All right.
Do you want to continue or no? Or do you want to find a different fight ring?
I want to find a different fight ring.
Okay. We'll do that. But now we're going to pop to the front of the house where Darian was on the front porch. And Darian, you're sitting there just kind of watching people pass by.
Yep.
You kind of hear the oh, the slam of the mat in the background. Like
He just goes,
you don't know that they're fighting. You assume that the goblins are the ones that are doing it, and people are just enjoying themselves. And you shake your head.
frivolous violence.
And
That's what he thinks.
frivolous, yeah.
Frivolous, yeah.
And it's probably like noon, 12:30 at this point in time. A lot has gone on during the day. The sun is high, and you shake your head, and you look down, and when you open your eyes, you see two burning red embers staring back at you from your shadow on the ground.
Startles a little bit and then calms down.
And then you see this shadow move under its own accord out from underneath you and almost sits down on the bench next to you, like it's leaning forward. This is a very tall shadow. It's at least a foot taller than you, even sitting and leaning.
Is this different than
No.
previous times?
No.
Okay, he's always been that tall. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he is... I should say this is different. He's taller, but it's the same...
Type of thing.
It's the same one. He's just taller.
Have you gotten taller?
You've noticed.
It's odd not to. You're intimidating.
That's the idea.
All right. Try not to let it get to me too much.
It won't get to you. It will get to others.
That sounds good.
I must commend you.
I've learned some new things.
Have been doing an excellent job. Excellent. So many S's. Though, I've noticed something.
What's that?
And he points to the ring on your right hand.
Darian puts it out.
That seems to have marked you.
That's true. Paz said that people were trying to get it off me.
Oh, I remember. I had to put an end to that.
That was you.
It wasn't Paz.
That's true.
You've been doing a wonderful job. And I thought I should get you a gift to show my appreciation at your compliance.
Thank you.
And he holds out his hand, this two-dimensional hand, and you see from his hand this extension, this long extension.
So, I want to visualize this. He's a two-dimensional shadow, and
Yeah.
he's so it's along the ground or something.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then what you see is the two-dimensional shadow turns three-dimensional and it rises
Raises
up.
out of the ground.
It rises up and it's this arm that's just wreathed in shadow. It's just swirling back and forth, roiling. And this long extension coming out of his hand starts to take shape as well. And it's this dark, black, shadowy cane, long, cylindrical. And at the top of it, as he's holding it, you see this pewter wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Very intricate. And it has 2 red eyes, the same red as the color of your ring,
Mm-hmm.
the same red as the color of your shadow's eyes. And he hands it out to you. Take it.
Take it.
And the minute you do, in your right hand, you see your ring disappear.
Well, that's interesting.
It's going to save you. They can't find you if they can't find the ring.
That's true. All right. So, do I still have the ring?
Give it back. It shows up
Okay.
right on your hand. My ring. I am always with you. I'm just hiding with this cane.
All right. Sorry.
Roll investigation on the face of the wolf.
Give me a second.
Everything
Things
died?
crashed. Yeah, everything crashed. Oh crap! I'm gonna use an advantage.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. 19 plus. So 20.
Okay. You look at the red gems that are set on this pewter wolf. Its mouth is open, it's snarling. These eyes have a slight black outline of what looks like infinity symbol.
Does Darian remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is the same symbol you saw on Xanthos's infinity scroll.
So Darian would ask, "Isn't this the same mark as Xanthos had on his scroll?"
It may be, but he didn't need it anymore.
So you got behind the mirror.
Oh, I can do many things, Darian. As I get stronger.
How are you getting stronger?
I get stronger when you get stronger.
All right.
And you have been getting stronger. You will be able to cast 2 spells and hold them in this cane, this shadow-wreathed cane.
That is excellent.
You will be able to hide my mark, my ring, on you. And Crimson Will has engaged with enough life force now that I think it might be hitting a bit stronger.
All right.
It's +1 now.
Okay. I'll change that. So I need to keep this cane on me at all times.
That would be wise.
How do I put it away when I'm fighting?
You don't
I don't.
cast Crimson Will.
He apparates Crimson Will in his hand.
And your cane turns into Crimson Will.
Okay.
Oh, so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you now see that the head of Crimson Will is that wolf head.
Oh, cool. The pommel?
Yeah, the pommel, that's
Okay.
it.
Cool.
Is that wolf head.
You have
Very
like
cool.
that. Have you ever seen Star Wars Clone Wars episode with the old guy with the cane, but really it's actually a lightsaber?
Yes.
I don't know
That's
that I have it.
what I'm envisioning.
That was my inspiration.
Oh, cool.
It's really awesome.
Cool. Thank you.
No. Thank you. Now, keep progressing.
I will.
The stronger you get, the stronger I get, the stronger we get.
Well, you know me. I'm always looking to get a little stronger.
Oh, you'll get much more if you listen to me.
It's been good so far.
It has. But beware.
Wolf.
There's an odor of fragrance on the air. One I haven't smelled for a very long time.
An evil odor?
That depends.
I know that we just found out that there's an evil seeping in the city. Is that what you smelling?
It's hard to tell. Hints and whiffs of it.
Is
There
it-
are many that are going to want the power you hold. And
Your
will
power.
hold my power. Many enemies external. And some internal
Internal to me?
to your several.
Oh. You mean you don't trust kerosene yet?
Just watch your back.
All right. And he's just pondering what that means.
And you hear this sound of a cart coming down the cobblestone road, and you see the shadow look up and look over, and it waves to you, and instantly
He's gone.
back as where your shadow should be with the sun casting.
And I have a cane in my hand.
You do. And a cart turns the corner, and it looks like almost an ice cream cart, except the symbol on the side is Eugene's.
Oh, okay.
And there's a little gnome with a push cart, and it stops right in front of this house and rings the bell. Fling, 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 fling. Hi.
Hi. Wait, just a minute.
Okay,
I'll get my friends.
sounds good.
And Darian runs and gets everybody because
You run.
ice cream trucks are obeyed whenever they're around.
You run into the back, and you're coming to the end of what was clearly a brouhaha in the ring. There's an oiled up Zed laying in the middle, wide-eyed. There's a broken chair, wooden chair, strewn throughout the ring. Zeke is 15 feet, ass over tin cups in a blueberry bush. And everyone's... And it looks like IL and Sentry fought. Like, they both look a little scuffled up.
Well, what happened? No, never mind. There's ice cream out front. You guys want some?
Choco tacos on me.
What's ice cream?
Ice cream is a dish for the gods. It is a wonderful, sweet, creamy, fruity dish of deliciousness. You must try it.
And it's for the gods. How are you guys eating it?
Now, it's just what I say to spruce it up a bit. It means it's
So
really
it's
good.
good.
It's really good.
Is it good for you?
Yes.
All right, I'm in.
You guys move to the front of the house, and there's a little gnome waving at you, ringing the bell. Fling, 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 fling.
Yeah,
Hi.
Cassie, do you like ice cream? Yeah, me?
I love ice cream, yeah.
What's your favorite flavor?
I mean, I'm a little basic, you know, a little bit of vanilla.
You're
Never hurt
not
anyone.
basic at all
Oh, thank you.
in any way.
Okay. Could you get me some? I kind of, like, don't have money from the whole, like, being in a cage thing, so.
Oh yeah, I got you. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
This not ice cream.
What?
Eugene's.
So he's got many enterprises.
He opens up the top, and it's just magical items.
Oh, well, that's good too.
Where's the ice cream?
Ice cream cart coming tomorrow.
I hope we're around.
Well, what kind of magical items do you have? Also very good.
ice cream.
I thought there was, like...
He told me come here first before rest of town things you might be interested in.
Alright, I'm getting out my inventory to see how much gold I have. Yeah.
Do you have a teleporter in there that teleports ice cream?
Tomorrow. And you guys remember that this gnome sounds suspiciously like your goblins, because you remember that Eugene clones his goblin,
and glamours them so that they look like small people. Sometimes gnomes, sometimes halflings, sometimes dwarves. But they still sound like goblins.
Mm-hmm. Darian speaks in goblin and says, "Why don't you tell my friends what wares you have?"
Okay. He says in goblin. And he reaches in and he pulls out a pair of socks.
No.
I don't wear shoes.
What do they look like?
They are these deep navy colored socks. They look very comfortable. They look like the night on a clear sky.
They look like the night.
They look like the night.
Rika will look at them.
Almost, you swear when you look at them, almost like they're bespeckled with little stars strewn on a midnight sky.
Can I use magic awareness?
What does that do?
It opens my awareness to the presence of concentrated magic until the end of my next turn. I can know the location of any spell or magic item within 6 feet that isn't behind, and I can sense a spell and learn what school of magic it's from.
Sure, you can
That'd
turn
be
that on.
helpful?
Yeah, you can turn it on, and you can know that these socks that are being handed over to Rika are magical. They are magical socks.
Do I know what school they're from?
Evocation.
Yeah, evocation.
Would that be helpful?
Huh?
That helpful?
It's the same magic that you have with your
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah. Evocation is both healing and just like
Oh, I didn't know that.
destruction.
And he goes, socks of well rested. When you wear these, you can recover additional hit die.
How much?
He reaches into his back pocket.
Check his checkbook real
Yep.
quick. Gotta see the inventory.
How
check how
durable?
much it
How
is.
durable are the socks?
Oh, super durable. Wearing them now. And he sticks out his foot, and you see he's walking around in just socks.
Wait, so he took them off his feet.
No, he has a pair
His
as well.
own pair.
Who's wearing it?
Oh,
Oh, so and how do they do with sweat? In case someone had sweaty feet, yeah. You know what I mean?
Moisture
Gross.
wicking.
Moisture wicking.
He takes off a sock, one of his, wrings it,
there's
no
nothing.
sweat. It was wicked off. You look at his footsteps to get here. Right, there they are.
That's a, so
So the shoes are gonna get really wet, but the socks will stay dry.
so it helps us to get better rest and more healing when we roll hit dice.
All of us?
I presume the wearer, yeah.
The wearer.
The wearer.
How much?
50 gold a sock.
But you're fully dehydrated.
So a pair's 100.
100 gold, alright, for the socks.
Mhm.
What else you got?
Why don't you just give them to us?
I can't do that. I don't have the authority to make that call.
Oh,
Eugene has
Telepathy.
These usually retail for 200.
Can we just kill him?
no. This is not Eugene. We know
We're
you.
mind talking.
Yeah.
By the way.
We know Eugene. Yeah. He's a friend, and these prices probably already represent a discount. That's why he came to us first. Yeah.
Usually $100 a sock. 100 gold a sock. 50 gold a sock for you. Need both socks for it to work.
Yeah.
Is this negotiable?
You can try to use your feminine wilds. I'm sure that'd be very effective.
Next, he pulls out this rope that's
That Rick
on
and
fire.
Actually.
Inferno rope. It does a lot of cool stuff. It's all a goblin. I mean, dwarf get burned by one. 15-foot wall of fire.
That's disgusting.
How much is that?
$200 gold.
And is it a one-time use? Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Or ongoing?
As an action, you can lay the rope down in a line next to you on solid ground and speak its command word to magically set it ablaze. When you do, the rope becomes a 15-foot tall wall of fire along its length, and it's a 10-foot rope.
I'll take that.
You want that one?
200 gold.
Oh, it's also the flames are visible but not opaque and are 1 inch thick.
Right. Here is well, I will put that in the pile that says that we want that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you see him throw it on the ground. That your pile.
All right. Yeah. At the end we can
Do you
negotiate a
have,
discount on everything. Yeah.
He might be
I remember
more
talking to
than
Eugene.
that. So are
Do you have fire-resistant clothing? He said he might work on for me.
He got the right material in, not curated yet.
Okay.
I have for you a potato.
What's a potato?
I lied. It's smashed potatoes. This hardy root vegetable is grown by the clerics and champions of the god of war. Come from a very far off place.
What's the name of the god of war?
I don't know, just gnome.
Got it.
Eating one of these vaguely fist-shaped, and he points it like kind of Vanna White style, like, ooh, ah. It looks like a balled-up fist. This would have really helped you about 10 minutes ago. Eating one of these vaguely fish-shaped potatoes will cause your hands to itch for the thrill of combat. That's it. They just itch.
Oh, thank you.
Eating a potato increases your unarmed damage by a 1d4.
For how long?
1 hour.
How many potatoes are there?
I have 6.
And do they all come in the bushel together?
They do.
And what's the price of the bushel?
He just said they had him for me. Thank you.
50 gold.
For the whole bushel.
Yeah. We have a lot of these.
Right. Well,
You want?
you want those?
You just said they were for me.
If you want to buy them.
I don't understand that concept.
Okay, want or not.
Put it in the want pile.
Throws a hempen bag of 6 potatoes on the ground next to the fire rope.
Hey, would you mind putting them on the screen, so?
Okay. Good idea.
Massive potatoes on the
Put
battlefield.
them facing down so that they can be. No.
Nope.
Like-
Nope.
Rotate.
Turn. Rotate. There you
yeah,
go.
Yeah. Might as well put the socks up there as well.
Next.
And he pulls out this big ass robe. He's pulling it out. He keeps pulling.
Spell woven robes. These robes are spun from a special magical thread. The same thread that Eugene got in. But these different. While wearing these robes and no other armor, your AC, armor class, is equal to 10 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Would Darlin like that?
Yes, I'll.
I feel like Darlin
I
would
think
definitely want that.
Darlin will want those. Yeah. Will
250 gold.
Oh my goodness, that's steep. But put that. Yeah. 250 for.
Usually 500.
Oh jeez, spellwoven. Yeah. That's definitely something for Darlin. She'll make that look good. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Now he pulls out a big sword.
A big sword?
Yep. Big sword for him. For you, looks like a long sword.
Oh.
This is Mocking Blade. Magic sword. When you hit, you can expel a charge and, as a bonus action, instantly cast Vicious Mockery.
It's a bonus action, huh?
I like this. I get to insult people. You said you have money. You said you buy me ice
She's
cream,
not gonna
and now
ask.
there's no ice cream.
I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah, now there's no ice cream. So
Does
what
that-
am I supposed to do?
Don't make that sad face. How much is
I
it?
start to tear up a little.
Don't cry.
I just really wanted the ice cream.
I'm so sorry. Would you like me to give you a hug to comfort you?
No, I like the blade.
Next.
How much is the blade?
300 gold.
Oh my
Usually
It's a
600.
small price to pay for my happiness right now.
can take trades.
Okay. Well, we got that for the blade, mocking blade 600.
300.
300.
Usually 6.
Got it, mocking blade. Okay.
Finally, pulls out this little, like, earpiece. Siren Song Silencer.
What does that do?
Couldn't hear you because I have it on.
You just hit me though.
I didn't have it on both ears.
Oh, I see.
Does it have to be on both ears?
No.
Oh.
You can place this golden ear cuff over your ear as an action. While wearing the cuff, you have advantage on saving throws against being charmed. In addition, tapping the ear cuff twice deafens you. Although you can still faintly hear the sound of the ocean, no action required. Tapping the cuff twice again allows you to hear normally.
That sounds useful. How much is that worth?
100 gold.
Alright.
Look how dumb.
Right.
It's just what?
What does any of you want any of that stuff?
I like the mocking blade a lot.
300 gold. Can trade.
Roll a persuasion check. With advantage.
To you.
Yes.
I'd buy the blade.
What was it? 10? It was anything not a natural 1.
With advantage.
No advantage necessary.
And even then, it would have been roll again.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking about it. Roll again. Blade
like-
yours.
I like
300 gold, yeah?
Mhm.
Right. I present to you the mocking blade as
Thank you
per
so
your
much.
request. So much better than ice cream.
Yeah, so much better. Thank
Coming
you
at
so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a
Nice.
great toss.
What was the rope?
So-
What was the rope? I missed it.
15-foot
Spell-woven robes. Basically...
No, the rope. Sorry.
Oh, the rope. It's the Inferno rope. So it's a 10-foot rope that, as an action, you can lay the rope down in a line or in a circle, and it casts a 15-foot tall wall of fire. It's basically a 10-foot long wall of fire rope. That it'll, like, you know, the spell wall of fire. It'll do that just in a 10-foot length. So people take damage on the fire side. You don't. It can protect you.
It's a once a day thing.
Yeah. And it lasts a minute.
So Darian, knowing how things shook out when Cacophony was spirited away, leans over to Sentry and says, "You know, I think all of these things
That's
are pretty
amazing.
useful.
This is so good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it's hard to pick just one.
It's true. I think maybe we should just splurge.
I think we should splooge too.
Splooge?
Splooge. What'd you say?
I said splurge.
Oh, yeah, we should splurge on all these.
Can't wait to hear
My
your
R's
insults.
are not like so
That's
pronounced.
good because a barbarian.
What does splurge mean?
bonus actions for you.
Means buy it all.
Oh, yeah, that says
Usually
not
not.
all.
700
In a
gold.
combat
You can
you
have
have
the
is
lot.
what's
What do you
Alright.
think?
We should put it on Ricket's tab.
Ricka's tab?
Yeah.
You think Rick has all that?
I think so.
Ricka, how much dosh you have?
Did he just say 700 for everything?
The rest.
700 for everything? Including the sword? Yeah, you mean?
No. $1,000 lot.
Hey, how about we, what about that exceptional tit thing? Can Darlin, can she? No,
Darlin's
Darlin's
not-
not with us, damn.
Yeah, she left.
Since
Good
she's gonna
talk,
cast
though.
exceptional tit.
Why so many heads in there?
Oh my god, my goblin bile's still
What
there.
the hell?
I'm sorry.
Price just went up by 500.
Or he's so intimidated. He's like, here.
I'm slowly picking up my goblin bile that just fell out. You weren't supposed to say that. I didn't know
You
quite well.
definitely need to take that back to Captain Holt, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. We haven't done that yet.
they've been in there a while. They've been here.
Thank goodness tomorrow's my retirement day.
Oh man. So, can you change the price at all for us? Do you
Please.
have any wiggle room?
Roll intimidation.
Wait, can I roll intimidation?
Can I also roll intimidation?
No, he is.
15.
Man.
Plus 2?
Roll the 4. Okay. 500?
Rika, does that seem fair?
500 for everything?
Yeah, yeah.
What's
He,
left?
you know, he meant
So
everything.
800 for everything.
That's right. That's a pretty good deal.
Done. I'll take it on.
Okay.
How did you know he would do it?
I didn't. I was just trying to show him my tits.
No.
Oh,
I meant, how did you know Rika would buy the whole thing?
well, he wasn't going to disappoint the lady next time.
That's true, but I didn't know he had that kind of coin.
I didn't either.
No, I'll come and get him.
Darian,
I
is
feel like I can get this.
No.
No, don't you dare toss all those.
Darian is thinking in his mind, maybe he needs to pickpocket Rika.
Just finds a sack of like 500 gold on him. this man does not have a bank.
Go ahead, you got it. Go ahead.
That's probably a better way to do it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
All right, that's right.
You'll come get them.
And Sentry could transfer some gold to Rika's pockets.
I'm out of here.
See ya.
Are you going to be back for an ice cream
Hey,
tomorrow?
Don't forget
Retirement
the.
day tomorrow.
Don't. We'll send someone else for ice cream then.
Okay.
All right, smashed potatoes, 6 of these, yeah.
And you hear him run away, and you're.
I'll hold the spellwoven robes, yeah, for Darlin, yeah. I hope.
Well, I was thinking, being that you're probably
6
going
of
to be
these,
on the
right?
back ranks, defending anyone who needs to be defended, maybe you should hold down to that.
If you'd like me to, yeah, I can do that. It is an action to use this. So,
That's true.
but there are plenty of times when I just use bonus actions. So, right, I'll hold on to that. I feel like advantage against being charmed is very, very important for barbarians.
And he's a little unbalanced. He's got a little bling on this side, but he doesn't have any bling on
Actually,
that
I was
side.
thinking this Julie will look amazing on you.
I think maybe
Yeah, I think you might need to wear it for a little bit.
That's true. Maybe you
I
should
think you
wear
need
that.
to
a
put it
little
on.
bit.
I think I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take
It's
it.
yours too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Darian will seek to insight the capacity of control that Kerosene has over Rika.
Go for it.
It's
I'm learning this as you are too.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Yeah. You're gonna watch it some more.
I mean,
Okay.
Rika's above game. Rika's flaw is beautiful women.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
She's the
but-
fairest of all.
I think Darian knows that,
yep.
but the extent to which you are going forward with it right now
Yeah.
is more than it has been before, or at least that than he's witnessed. So he's
Yes.
wondering if you are, smitten.
Well,
And compromising the party.
Darlin hasn't tried to ask Rika for nice things.
That's true.
And she's been very much, and he still bought
Yeah.
something nice for
He
her.
did.
So again, all above game. This is very much in keeping with.
This is his flaw.
This
He's got
is my-
3 flaws. Not gonna say it. They're all an F though.
Oh. And the socks. Yeah, who wants to get an extra hit die per long rest?
I don't wear shoes, but I'll put some socks on.
Someone who gets a lot of damage and lowers the hit die a lot would be useful. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Put a short rest,
I'm
right?
gonna throw another one in there for you. You can slide your feet along the ground and do a shocking grasp.
That's awesome.
You have to bonus action slide your feet so that you can action shocking grasp someone.
Perfect.
And you can cast that through Sentinel as well.
Wait. Oh, that's great. So Sentry slides his feet.
Correct.
And then Sentinel shocks somebody. That's great.
How do I don't even know how to begin to add that in here.
We'll
but-
figure that out, but I think that'll be funny.
It's. You can do it. We'll do it.
Okay. So your little goblin friend, well, gnomish friend with his pushcart slinks away. You guys are all out front, and you hear the front door open one more time, and it is Zeke, and he goes, "Hey guys, guess what?
What?
I think I found a way to make you all one greater healing potion. I need one more thing. Could you guys get it for me?
Well, yeah, what is it?
I need wraith berries."
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
Yeah. There's one location in the Haunted Woods, north of the Black Dragon District.
By a mausoleum in tombstones?
Yeah. How'd you know?
It's a wild guess.
Yeah. I need you to go and get some wraith berries. You get that. Each of you have one greater healing potion.
I mean, that's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
That is pretty.
Cassin, have you ever fought in a haunted forest before?
I haven't, no. But I'm willing to give it a shot if you are.
I mean, like, you'll try anything once?
In a fighting arena, yes.
That checks some boxes, yeah, okay.
One of his F's. Okay, so you getting them?
I mean, I think we should probably go together just in case, yeah? You know what I mean?
It's a good idea.
Aiel, you might get a chance to... can we maybe rest first?
Yeah. I mean,
Let's go tomorrow. So we have a good... You can get your... Try your socks. Make sure you sleep with those on.
I'm
Even-
sleeping with them on.
Wait, but you don't sleep.
No, I'm just gonna lay there and kind of just wiggle my feet every so often, just to kind of.
All right. Anyway, so we'll go tomorrow, yeah?
Where do I?
yeah, it's fine. I mean, whenever you get it,
We can go tomorrow.
I have it.
I was wondering maybe how long of a journey would it be to just drop off weapons at Tusk's?
I mean, you can do that this day.
It's
can just
12 o'clock, right?
Yeah, we can just have it happen.
Okay.
So Ricka would...
It's 12 p.m. right now.
want, Ricka
No.
would want to get
Yeah.
his breastplate
Yep.
of the night
Yep.
upgraded to a half plate of the night.
Yep. Tusk is able to do that for about 75 gold.
Done.
75 gold.
Well, hold on.
What are you selling?
We're not selling.
Oh,
We had an arrangement with Tusk that we would give him
Yeah.
weapons to sell or
Right.
to...
for a price.
No, we never sold it. We just gave it, and then he would give
Yeah,
us stuff back.
For he's going to sell them for a price, and you're getting an override on that, like
Oh,
a percentage.
Okay.
Yeah. So how many items do you give him?
I give him... Hold on. 2 longbows and 3 short swords.
Okay. The longbows he quickly turns around and gives to the leather worker across the way.
Okay.
Kind of more of
His thing.
their aesthetic, yeah. And the short swords, he puts a nice fine finish on them. Only cracks his thumb twice in doing so. And effectively speaking, you get out of this exchange 100 gold.
Okay. Is Darian alone?
Sure.
I mean, Ricka would have gone with
You guys
to-
would have gone because he went there. So, effectively speaking, 100 gold out of the exchange as they would sell.
Right. I would offer Ricka the 100 gold because he just put up for all that magical items. Those magical items.
I'll hold it for us.
All right.
Can Sentry upgrade his greatsword, even though it's coming through?
Oh.
How do you want
So
to?
now you're using this.
upgrade
and
it.
this.
Could I do that at?
Yeah. How do you want to
So this
upgrade it?
is-
Oh, I don't. I didn't get that far.
Okay.
Do you have any suggestions?
We'll have to talk about it offline.
This is really,
All right, we'll
Oh,
plan on that. I'll
rapier,
travel with
actually.
him.
Okay.
it's not going to be in
And we'll be able to
Just
do
type
that
in rapier.
next episode.
Yeah, that works.
Actually,
Because basically,
add items.
you'll do this stuff. You'll wake up. You'll go get the wraithberry.
Sweet.
So
And then hit add.
Darian would also,
Yep.
if we're back,
And then
Darian would like to talk to Zeke and ask about the progress of Seabass
now
Sebastian.
okay.
action should be in there.
So, Zeke.
Yeah.
Have you been able to train Sebastian at
Just
all?
click like over
Good at fetch.
Good at fetch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How intelligent is he?
Pretty smart. I'd say as smart as Zed.
Well, that's saying something.
and
Do you
on
think?
top of that,
Yeah.
use one of those charges. You add that. To
He's not ready for battle.
Oh no. He doesn't even have all of his adult teeth in yet.
All right. Fair
we
enough.
know. And Zip holds up his arm and he's pulling
You
teeth
use it-
out.
So you
Shouldn't
cast this
fall out
spell,
at bites.
depending on what level
Do they
you
grow
are,
back?
it's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
gonna be 2
How
d4.
fast?
Adult teeth. I don't know. We're timing that.
And then it
All
will
right.
have
So
One
right now
came
he's
in,
coming.
One still
make a
missing.
saving throw.
Okay.
So that's how it works.
Okay.
actually,
So
let's do.
keep
let's do it-
working.
We'll do it later.
Keep working with him. If you think he's got other skills that he might be able to help us do things.
Good at hide and seek.
Good hide and seek. That makes sense.
Good seeker.
Good seeker.
Hmm?
What kind of things does he like to seek?
Zeke. Or, I'm sorry, Zip.
Zip specifically.
Yeah. Look at the arm.
That's right. Does he like Zip, or is there an animosity
Oh no,
between
no.
them?
He like. I
All right.
think.
All right. Good work.
Okay. So. You gonna get those berries? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Can I upgrade my scimitar?
Sure.
No,
No, just one.
because she's got the.
Oh,
other
you
sword.
get the.
Can I have your scimitar to give to Tusk?
The other one.
The other one, the one you're not using. I'll give you some cash.
Will this help you trust me?
No, it's worthless to you now. You're not going to use it
You can't wield 3 of them.
I will.
unless you grow another arm.
I'll give it to you.
All right.
125 now. Okay. The total.
You hear that, Rico?
We got that back.
125. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so
He's also paying for my upgrade. So.
Yeah. You can upgrade. Well. Yeah. You can upgrade it.
Would it be like a rapier +1 or?
We would do. I think what they're gonna do is make you, because you're. How big are you, Kerosene? Like, you tall?
You're
6'5".
You said you were 5'10".
You're my height? I don't think so.
On your Hero Forge, just check.
I
I
can
think
be
you're
5'10".
6'5".
You want me to be 6'5"? I can be 6'5".
So
Be
you.
6'5".
Okay, so the scimitar looks a little puny in your hand, and Tusk realizes that, and he takes a long sword, and he starts to bend it though, and the blade of it starts to look like a curved flame because
Not a
you're a fire
kukri.
genasi.
What is it? It's not a kukri, right? It's a.
So you have effectively a long sword and
What's the
your
crescent?
mocking blade, but your long sword looks like a flame-licked scimitar with the curve. So you have a long sword.
So she has a long sword instead of a rapier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see her as much of a stabber.
So it's not a. I mean mechanically. So it's a. You want it to be what, a D10? What is she swinging?
Yeah.
Because D10 is usually two-handed.
D8.
So it is D8.
D8.
Okay. So basically,
It's the same thing, but I don't see her as being an unguard stabber. I see her as a slash.
okay. So it's a long scimitar.
It is a long-ass scimitar.
But it's a D8. So basically, it would be.
if you put in a long
Or
sword, it
scimitar
should work.
slices
Yeah.
That like
I am gonna.
chops.
I'm working on that.
Okay.
You know what I was thinking of?
I'd like to go to the library and fight some people.
At the library?
No.
No. All right. I'll go with you to the library.
Okay. Rika said he'd come too,
Yeah, I'll help. Yeah.
since he's good
So
with books.
you guys head off to the library, and
Do we have to roll to find the right book or something?
oh, definitely. And you see this large building. Looks like it's made of like granite and marble. It looks very, very highfalutin. And they've got these big mahogany doors.
This is a nice intelligence hall.
It is.
Are the books leather bound?
Many leather-bound books. Many. Rich mahogany shelves as well.
Doors. All right.
And when you walk in, there's this little old lady behind a desk. And she peers over her desk with these little, like,
The
Benjamin
little,
Franklin
like, yeah, the little
half moon
curved ones.
glasses.
Hello. How may I help you?
Hi, I need a book or books on, Durian and, Malketh,
I have my notes.
I don't know a Darian.
Merkel.
I don't know a Merkel. We need to be more broad here.
Okay, god of death and destruction.
Okay, gods.
And, how else do I explain this? An evil tabaxi man who wants to take over things
And works within it
and works
god.
with the bad gods.
of death.
Okay,
Of death.
so you need genealogy of gods and like anthropology.
Just general.
Like, it doesn't work this way. This isn't Google.
Do you know the Dewey Decimal System?
My great grandfather invented it.
Okay,
Edward Decimal.
His name wasn't Dewey?
No, that was his nickname.
could,
All right.
could you just point us in the direction of gods and evil people?
Okay.
And you see her turn around and she starts rifling through. And she pulls out one note card, rifles through, pulls out another, hands them to you.
What are these?
These will tell you where to go in the library.
Oh, thank you. Can you read this for me?
He does.
And you see the one that says gods, and it gives you the column and book number, and you have to go towards the back left corner of the library.
I'm assuming they're like really nice cards. They're not like common.
They're
cards.
index cards.
Yeah, they're just Dewey Decimal System.
You don't know what the Dewey Decimal
Yeah, I
System
don't. Yeah,
is.
so, yeah.
They're just index cards.
Alright.
So you see on each row, there's a number. Go back to that corner over there and look for the number on that card. And then in the, on each book, you'll see.
So I'm assuming all three of us then are now just looking in those sections.
Well,
Okay.
I would like to see about some other things as well. I'll come back and find you if I can. If I don't find or I find what I'm looking for.
So Darian gets you to the right section on the gods, and
Okay.
he basically says, you know, match up the numbers. The number corresponds to the book. And there's about 23, 24 different numbers on this card. That means there's 24 books to pick out. Some of them are about good gods. Some of them are about evil gods. Some of them are about trickster gods. Some of them are about neutral gods. This is the section on all things gods that
Okay.
the people know about.
I feel like Isle wouldn't. He doesn't like the idea of gods because he doesn't believe in that. But I think he would check them all out because he wants to know more about magic and because even though he doesn't believe in it, he wants
It's
to
all
understand.
around him.
He wants to understand because he's in a new world with a new understanding.
Okay.
So
24 books you pull out, and you set up at one of the tables that are in there, and you just start reading. So I need you to
They're all in
roll
print. It's good.
Are they in common? Like common, just no cursive?
Correct.
Okay. Phew. Alright, good.
Gutenberg print for you. This would be like, what would it be? An intelligence roll?
Was trying to search for something?
But he's just reading right now. He's not necessarily searching. He's just trying to enrich himself.
Investigation. No.
I don't know what that would be.
Yeah, intelligence.
Investigation because he's investigating in all
I
of the
think we
gods.
just roll like an intelligence check.
And then hit the bottom.
Oh, that's actually not my worst thing.
It's plus
Oh,
0.
yeah. That's not. I thought I had a minus, but I don't.
Nope.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna use one of my advantages.
Okay.
Good idea.
17 on the die.
Pretty good. So you feel as though you're starting to understand the pantheon of the gods. And they're talking about gods of this plane, gods of different planes, you know, the lawful good ones, the lawful evil ones, and everything in between. And you gather some information on... You start to steer yourself towards the evil gods, specifically, because you know that's what you're looking for with Merkel. Oops. And you feel like you're getting a decent understanding of what's going on in this, like, basically learning through a fire hose right now of just like, okay, there's Tyr and there's all these guys, and you're starting to read about devils and who controls them, and you then get to the 3 dead kings.
Oh, this is probably important for
Yeah!
everyone. Y'all, I don't know. There's no quiet rule in our intelligence. Like,
Hey, you guys! Rico! Dave! I found something important!
what?
She casts a silence spell on you.
At what point?
Right, something important.
Okay, so Darian will come.
Okay.
And you're like still yelling, but you can't hear
And I
yourself.
was like,
And she comes back there.
shh. Why, bro?
Nope, you're still in silence.
Oh, shh.
This is a place of learning. Be quiet. You can yell outside. Or talk quietly to yourself like I do.
And she shuffles away. And she drops silence.
Don't you need to talk out loud to learn more, though, to understand things?
No, I'm a concrete learner, not auditory.
So Darian's there. He says, what have you found?
This, and he puts it right up to his face.
And Darian is immediately like, oh, this is important.
Yeah,
Where do you know where Rika went?
I screamed for him. If you heard.
Are you there?
Oh yeah.
Where are
Oh,
you?
hello.
He was just under.
Just quietly standing under the table.
I
was here that time.
I would have been reading anything I could find on Theros.
I had to learn more about my stuff.
Okay.
Okay, that makes
good
sense.
idea.
So for you, the first problem you see is you see 3 dead kings, and then pages are ripped out.
Oh, classic Oblivion.
Classic! Almost as if those that worship them don't want people figuring out who they're worshiping or what they're
Well,
doing.
Now we gotta go do the cult quests and
You've
gotta.
already been doing them.
Well, that's unfortunate. We'll keep looking.
Darn it! Like all of them. It's like the 3 kings. Rip page.
Yep.
Rip page.
Yep.
Rip page.
The whole anthology on who they were, what they've tried to do in the past.
Maybe they were only in the table of contents, and the actual section is
Yep.
the whole thing.
So you gather, well, you don't have to gather. You can look at like when the ripping starts from when it ends,
Yeah.
that there's about 60 pages of this book.
Oh. And the librarian girl didn't even notice.
Nope.
Maybe she's in on it.
Maybe you should flip the front desk and find out. Theros, give me investigation on Theros.
Okay. I'm going to use my advantage,
Okay.
and I'm going to guide myself, and I wish Darlin was here to assist me with her exceptional assets. Okay, not bad. 14 to 16... 18 total.
I mean, you definitely find the one book that's on Theros, and it's like a paperback. It's very thin. It's almost these memoirs written by like some dude who made his way over there, kind of looking for... He accidentally found Theros. He was looking for one thing, found another, and he barely made it out alive.
Okay.
But he was able to Jane Goodall a little bit and name some of the tribes that are over there.
Okay.
And was almost, and it's explicit in there, was almost killed by the Zealots before he got back on his vessel and left.
By the Zealots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to say some other tribes?
No, not
No.
yet.
Okay.
That's quite frankly not important.
Okay.
So there's not a whole bunch of information on Theros. For you, it's probably new information. For someone that lived over there, you're reading it going like, well, that's not how that happened. Now that, yeah, they call that the tallest mountain, but it's not really the tallest mountain. This guy hasn't even seen the West Coast. So it's got some spotty information for you. Nothing that you don't know.
But it gives me a general understanding of Theros.
Yeah.
All I'm looking for.
All right, I go back to the God's book. Do I find anything else or no?
Nothing in particular.
All right, I move to the evil and what was it? Amphibian section? Anthropology, that one.
Yeah.
The evil amphibians. Those stinking frogs. Kermit.
There is one thing I forgot to mention that you do learn in the Theros book, that there was constant fighting amongst the tribes, the darkened zealots in particular, and the, what's the word?
Darkened Zealots?
Yep. They were said to have black coats and black manes. And those touched by light. Constant infighting between those two groups. Between the darkened zealots and those touched by light. And the darkened zealots seemed to work hand in hand with Yuan Ti and the occasional dark elf.
Okay.
That would bring you back to when you were watching your whole world fall apart. You swear you saw some Yuan Ti besieging your village.
Snake people.
Yep, I know.
Those damn amphibians. They're not.
Water snakes.
Yeah. So you're looking up cat people.
Famous cat people.
Famous cat people.
Famous evil cat people who are
Famous-
really going.
It doesn't necessarily work that way. So you're looking up about... You're looking up stuff about tabaxi in particular.
Yes.
And you learn basically about Mexicodal, where they're from. You learn that there are also 12 prides.
Here?
Just like there were 12 prides of your homeland of Theros. And you start to realize there's actually a lot of similarities between Theros and Mexicodal. You have more of a prairie land
Yeah.
type
Plains.
thing. Plains and prairies.
grasses.
They're more jungle, swamp. But there's a lot of similarities, and you begrudgingly go like, well, I guess we're both kind of cats. We're big cats. But where they begin to differ is in their political structure. They go with a king, a monarchy, that rules over all 12 of the prides. And each of the prides in Tabaxi land, the prides are broken up by location and the jobs they have. So some of them are fishers, some of them are hunters, some of them are protectors, some of them go to war, some of them are farmers, and they're kind of born into that caste system. Whereas where you're from, there's kind of a leader of each pride, so to speak. There's no hierarchy, there's no monarch, there's no king, so to speak. So that's where it differs a little bit. And then you read a little bit. Give me investigation.
Is this is gonna be important? Probably.
Could be.
I'll just use another one.
If it is important, it might come up again if you screw up.
Oh, I'm gonna use an advantage anyway.
Got it already.
Mm-hmm.
19.
19. So you read about the convergence of the plain of the prairie, where there's been conversation of where Theros and Mexicodal seem to pass each other. There's a convergence of planes, where one could be walking on Mexicodal, which is on a completely different plane of existence, and then in one step be on Theros. Step backwards, be on Mexicodal. And that crossover point is said to be far north on Mexicodal.
He will take that book.
Okay, so you're going to check it out?
I don't think he understands. He's gonna just not steal it, but he's gonna take it.
So you're going to steal it. There's no in between. You're either checking it out like at a library or you're stealing the book.
There's no such thing.
Yeah,
I guess you would
we
steal
need
it.
we need to check that out. Yeah, we'll take that book and
I just checked it out, bro. I need it.
Rika will make sure it's done properly.
Okay. So, you'd like to check it out?
I did check it out.
You
I
did?
have my library card. I'll check it out. I'll
Okay.
take responsibility.
Takes the card, she runs it through her scanner.
Haven't seen you in a while. You have a past due book, mister.
I'm so sorry. What? Remind me of the book.
Do you want me to read it out loud?
What was that book?
Let's just say you are 69 silver past due.
It was for research purposes. And
Darian flicks a gold coin.
I will I must admit that that book was burned down with my place, my free clinic where I was helping the poor and healing them. So I don't have it anymore, so I have to just pay for it.
You'll have to buy it
Yes.
for 70 silver.
So I'll give you, yes, I'll give you 1 platinum. That will be,
This is not the book we're looking for.
yes, we don't even know about this. The book never existed here.
And you see her reach into her Dewey Decimal System, and she goes,
Oh, that's 1,000 gold.
and she rips it and folds it nicely, produces flame in her hand.
Yes. And this book that we're checking out, we are going to just keep that too.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Also,
It is
there's
very much a pleasure doing business with you.
there's
Here's your card back.
Thank you.
there's
What
a
does she
book
look
up
like?
there with a lot of ripped pages out of it.
Her ire is drawn.
Did you do it?
No, it was one of the books I really wanted to read, and it was 60 of them, 60 pages just ripped out. That's a lot of pages.
Give me the Dewey Decimal card.
You had it. Yep.
Here you go. I don't understand it, but here you go.
And she takes off like a rocket, a literal rocket. She flies.
Oh my
And
gosh.
just speeds past you to the back of the library. And
It's the one on the evil gods.
and you see, like, she turned around a sign on the front of her desk that says, "Be back in 5 minutes." She's not manning the desk, and you feel the need to be gone. She's upset.
Let's go. Let's go.
I
Alright,
kind
let's
of
go.
want to see what happens.
Use your imagination.
Maybe we'll
I
come
want to
back
know
go
what.
back and get some
Okay.
books.
Can we go
What
fight?
was her name?
Let's think of a nice
Old
lady's
lady name?
Gertrude.
Gertrude.
I like it.
Gertie.
Gertrude.
Tender Blossom.
There it is. Gertrude. Gertrude
You can't get away from it now.
Tender Blossom. I wonder what that refers to.
I'm not there. I don't think I'm there. Was I there?
No, she's.
I was just chilling.
So
with them all.
Librarian Gertie is like on the warpath for whoever ripped her books. And she
Good.
shuts down the library.
The Black Mask is now going to feel the wrath.
Her ire. She's the most powerful person in this campaign. Silent spells produce flame. She can fly. She's like a level 19 wizard.
She created the door. Next door.
Ooh. She's the one that ripped it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, we're going to end it there tonight. We're going to have you guys get back to your house. You want to rest. You're going to go out the next morning and you're going to go get the wraith berries.
Okay.
Amongst other things that'll happen that day.
Are Darlin and Paz back next time we're playing?
Yes.
Okay, so
So what's going to happen is there's going to be a little bit of time that happens in between this. So it may not be the actual next day that you guys go.
okay.
You wanted to do some pit fighting. You wanted to inquire about getting your sword upgraded.
And or body.
Yes. We might actually do a little bit of like downtime RP off camera that will then say, hey, this is what happened in the 3 days in between the last session and why Paz and Darlin are back now.
So I know you have the combat set up for the Wraith fight, which we didn't get to.
Yep.
Are you still wanting to do that in a future session, or are we going to do that off camera now as well?
I think it'll be fun. So I'd like to do that one on camera.
Okay.
So, yeah. But what we do RP off camera, I will let you guys know what happened. But there's going to be about 3 to 4 days that pass from this session when they rest to when we get back on the third Thursday of this month, where we pick up from this point and we start diving down into the Haven part of this story. And we have our final giveaway. The final giveaway is, do we know what type of dice the first people pick? They took a gift card. Okay, so that means both dice are open, or you can also get a $5 gift card. If you enter exclamation point, I was going to say Gertrude.
Tender
Blossom.
That's too long.
Tender.
Yes. All right. Fine. How about book? We'll just go book. Keep it simple. Exclamation point book. You enter exclamation point book, and you can win one of the 2 sets of dice we have, or a $5 gift card. Again, keep an eye out for us. It's every first and third Thursday of the month, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for TCA here, and every Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time is the LDR campaign, where I get to play Hashin, and Matthew gets to DM and make my life a living hell. So thank you for joining us tonight. Please stay online so you can try to win either the dice or the gift card and get us your information when you do. And it's been a blast. I can't wait to see you next Thursday. We play.
Woohoo!